Well, good evening, folks. How is everyone? Thank you very much for that wonderful raid cockwaddle. Welcome on in. Hi there, Mike Payne. Hi there, Aaron, FPS2. Hey, bud. Yep, that mix is brilliant. It's in the trailer. Hey, Silent Bob. Hi, Pumpkinhead Live. How are you all doing? Aaron. Yep, that is absolutely fine. Thank you, Cockwaddle. And yes, of course, I for those who don't know, I have changed my name on Twitch, and this t-shirt, while backwards, is a big part of the reason why I am now known as Londo Spark. You know some of those names. Yes, Silent Bobby, you should, because they're wonderful names. By the way, thank you very much for that follow. I'm Bietsha. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that. I do apologise. Please do talk. Samus, yes. Yes. Well, go on. I'll do it. I am apparently part of the Analondo Archery Club. So, for those who know the original Dark Souls, there we are. That's enough with me. It's like Nietzsche, but with a B, is it? Oh, excellent, Cotwaddle. Bold of you to assume that I know how to pronounce that. I'm guessing Bietsha? But again, I do apologise if I completely butcher that horribly and in violent manners. So, I don't believe we have particularly long to go. However, we might have to just refresh the streams. In fact, what we might do is I might do a quick refresh of all the streams before we get going, just to see if... yeah, I'm definitely going to have to redo at least one or two of them. Why are the maps different? Right, what we did this time, and yeah, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do all four just to double check. So we'll do the refresh. Hi there, Eclipse Chris, how you doing? Hey there, Samus. Got some DS-themed magic cards, reskins of legal cards with artwork and naming. That's excellent. Right, I think we should all be roughly in sync now, I am hoping. Hi there, Alicia, how you doing? Why are all the maps different, Mike? Given that we have console players in on this, what I've said is that everyone can pick their own either sandbox or scenario editor. I am aware that scenario editor gives you more tools than sandbox does. So scenario editor is absolutely legal. We want to see what people can build. We want to give everyone the complete tool set. So if they want to play around with entrances, if they want to play around with all of the wonders that the scenario editor gives, that I only know the entrances one, but I'm sure there are others, then people are absolutely more than free. Oh, no, she's back. I thought we'd lost Svi for a moment. I thought she was doing a magic trick on us. Of course, please don't forget, send your questions in. If I don't get to see them, I'm sure Minxie Rose will, and she will send them through the hotline to me, assuming that the hotline or the bat phone are working today. One can hope. However, I think we've got about 4 minutes to start here. Aha! Moo, everyone, says Sirius Cow King, and I do hope that was a wonderful moo. Thank you very much for the first time chat. And yes, you must minimise the window. You're taking part. Howdy, Windy United 86. Why is my chat so small? I haven't got time to fix that right now. Also, it's muted. That's excellent. That means you missed my mooing. It's always a good thing. So, I mean, we've already got some... Well, we can see bits and bobs. Like, I can see that there are different map themes. That's always a good thing. You can't get scenario editor on console, though. Can you not? I was convinced... I mean... Just to sort of make this, just to sort of set the distinction, we're not going to hamper one set of players for the benefit of another. So TMTK is absolutely legal. I have spoken to console players about TMTK, and one or two of the people that I've spoken to have pretty much just said, you know what, I feel better without it anyway. So if people want to play with it, they're probably at a disadvantage. Interesting idea, the idea that too much choice could put people at a disadvantage. But in a speed competition, you never know. So I think we say that everyone gets to use the platform that they're playing on to the best of its ability. However, what you might notice is that we do have... Do we have one or do we have two? I know we have a minimum of one console player in tonight. And that will be Bob80s, who is wonderful. Hi, Undead. Please tell me you're not placing things, Undead. We're not ready yet. However, we're not far away. And you know what? Shall we say that we're going to be starting in a few seconds? Let's broadcast out, starting soon, so that everyone gets that message. Then I shall have a sip of decaffeinated coffee. I do hope this is decaffeinated. I probably need, like, Games and a Snap merch. If people want Games and a Snap merch, we'll think about bringing that back, but we'll try and bring it back in a really nice way. However, I think it is coming... thank you very much, Minxie Rose. Well, has a nice city skyline. He's doing well. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. Samus is saying Bob is console king. Well, Bob is playing on the console. And I will say I have seen builds that all four of our amazing builders have made. And the things that they've made are astounding. But let's see what they can do in three? No, I'm not Imperial Jedi. Let's see what they can do in 2 hours. In 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. So we're off. Now, it might take everyone a minute or two to notice that message in chat, but we're off. Bob80s has got that message straight away, started on with some paths. So I've got... hell, is that an Ernie emote? Eclipse Chris, have you got an animated Ernie emote? That is excellent. So we've got some fast path lane already from Bob80s. We've got Undead Clockworks Company looking at... I assume it's company, the co stands for. Adding extra entrances. We've got Serious Cow King also working with extra entrances. So that tells me that we have at least 2 players in Scenario Editor at the moment. Svi is starting out with some paths, and Bob80s is... Oh, that's interesting. So he's built a path, and then he's going to run some tarmac over it so that it looks like people are walking in a... I assume a minorly inebriated manner. Unless there's more to this than just making people look like idiots. Which, of course, is not a bad thing. Serious Cow King straight away building that entrance building. Really sort of getting on with the meat and spuds of the park. Serious is probably doing it in challenge mode. Is anyone doing it in challenge mode? Can I see? I can see most people's budget. It doesn't look like anyone has got a budget to play with, so that's all good. That's handy to know. I mean, this has been done in the past. People have done Snap with budgets. However, we're only a minute and a half in, and we're getting an impressive amount of progress. Svi there managing the impossible and building a perfect circle out of paths. Folks, I think at some point we are going to have to ask Svi how she managed to do that. No wonder she has a very magical costume on there. And yep, trying to sort of manipulate that path a little bit more. And I sense that it's... I sense that I might have had commentators to curse there. Undead Clockworks Co. is working with spawn points as well. So I believe if we were to go and see, is that sort of hoop building a spawn point? Is that why Undead wanted to go into the scenario editor? Undead Torta? Well. So Undead is another Pathmaster, is he? I see something that we definitely need to be looking out for. However, he's working with spawn points and sort of building into that entrance. We have Svi with that perfect roundabout. Gosh darn it, I wish I could get a roundabout that perfect. Even in city skylines, folks, it is difficult. But I think we all know how hard the pathing is in this game, and that's just impressive as it is. Whether you want to get excited over a roundabout or not. But then if we look at Bob80s, he's sort of working with concrete roofs. In fact, we'll come back to there. Because Serious Cow King already has what looks like a rather pleasant entrance, plaza and atrium on the go. That is some fast building. He's He's less than 4 minutes in, folks. He's only just over 3 minutes in and already got a building to pretty good. Now, Minxie says Undead would taught Svi how to do roundabouts. Maybe Undead needs to remember how to do them. Interviews will be in a few minutes, Minxie Rose. We let them have about 5 minutes to kick off. By the way, thank you very much, Rollerben1201, for that follow. Welcome on in. Apologies for not catching that sooner. As you can probably tell, I have quite an amount on my plate. So, Undead is there working with terrain. These terrain tools are very nice in theory, but can be quite pernickety to use, I find. I don't know if other people think the same. Of course, they probably, I don't know. However, let's go and have a look at Bob. What is Bob doing? He's got his snaking path. He's got some concrete down. Is this the footer for a building? Who knows? Well, do you know what? I think at some point we will ask that question. But now going back, we can see Svi is working on an upper level roundabout. Dual roundabout. And that was that nice path in there. Welcome on in, Rollerban. You're from Team Cow. Well, do you know what? No matter who brought you here, I'm sure everyone would agree. When it comes to voting time, please do vote for your favourite part, not necessarily your favourite streamer. And don't forget, we have a theme this time. The theme is future. And if we have a look at Sirius Cow King, I think he's already playing into the theme with that entrance. And of course, hello. That looks like it's, a gun away from copyright infringement there. Bob said earlier what he's building, not going to give it away though. No, don't give that away. Let Bob give that away himself if he so chooses. Hello there, Tails and Wings. Welcome on in. And I think Minxie Rose has a reasonable point when she suggests it is coming on for interview time. Let's get those first interviews underway, shall we? I think we absolutely should. And what we will do is we will say hello, Svi. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. I've started something.
Yes, we can definitely see that. So, for those who don't know Svi, could you please introduce yourself and tell us more about what you do on your channel on a daily basis?
Well, I am not on my channel on a daily basis, but I do stream a couple of times a week, and mostly it's going to be Planet Coaster because it's a very creative type of game, and it's the type of games that I really enjoy playing. And I'm also a background artist in animation, so I will also stream art once in a while.
Excellent. And I see you have a wonderful outfit on there. Would that be magician outfit by any chance?
No, it's if you see the bottom, you might recognize it. It's Captain America Showgirl cosplay. So I used to cosplay back in the days where we had conventions, and we'll most likely get back into it.
Oh, that's excellent. No, I just thought there was some wizardry going on there with your absolute sort of command of that pathing system.
Sorry?
Just, I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually get perfect circles out of this game before.
Yeah, they're not quite perfect. They're close enough. Just don't look at it too much.
Closer than I've ever gotten. I think closer than a good amount of chat we're expecting to get.
Yeah.
So, how are you enjoying? I know you're only a few minutes in. How are you enjoying this so far?
Well, so far everything's going to plan. I've kind of practiced building a couple of things during the week to just, get that, I don't know, ease at doing things quickly in Planet Coaster, because I tend to be a very slow builder.
So this really is going to be quite the challenge then.
Yep.
Excellent. This is what we like to hear. Do you have anything that you want to sort of spill the beans on, or would you like to sort of get people to guess what they think your plans are?
All right. Well, my plan is I went with this lovely desert sandbox map, and my plan is to add and fill it in with a whole bunch of lush gardens and glamorous sci-fi buildings. I think that is pretty
excellent.
much the theme.
Excuse me. Excuse me, dying over here, sorry. Not very professional. So yeah, going for the lush gardens, going for the sci-fi, going for sort of the good future, if you like. The happier future.
Yep.
Excuse me. I think that was the last one. Rightio. So thank you very much, and everyone can sort of get Svi on twitch.tv/Svi. And I think I got it right with 6 eyes.
6 eyes indeed.
Excellent. Right, well, we'll let you go. Thank you very much for spending some time to chat with us, and we'll speak to you at around the halfway mark.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you very much. And that was Svi, everybody. So before we chat to Undead, let's sort of see what's going on in chat. Rollerbane, you're a Planet Coaster builder yourself. You can already say 2 hours would not be enough for you. Yeah, but can you? I mean, have you tried it? It might be. You never know. You might be able to do something in 2 hours. Give it a go. Yeah, exactly. As Liam says, don't knock it until you try it. If you've got a plan, it can be done. And after all, it's more the fun that counts in having this sort of challenge. Indeed it is. This is a fun event, and it's to show just what can be done in only 2 hours. Don't die, Samus, using Estus. It was the Estus that tried to kill me. It was trying to take a double swig. That's better. The Estus worked that time. If you took part, you wouldn't get much done because you'd spend far too long trying to get paths lined up, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, you do kind of have to decide almost what to do and what not to do in the time. And speaking of making decisions, let's decide to go across, and we will say a great big hello to Undead Clockworks Co. Or is it Undead Clockworks Company? I should ask.
Undead Clockworks Co.
Yeah.
But no, you can call me Undead. How the devil are we?
I'm good, thank you very much, Undead. That makes life much easier. So, for those in here who don't know Undead, first of all, why the devil not? And secondly, could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do on your stream, please, Undead?
Hi, I'm Undead. I'm predominantly a DayZ streamer, believe it or not. I do enjoy playing Planco in my spare time, or I have done off stream. There have been a few instances where I have actually streamed my works, but I'm not actually a speed builder. I do not, and I'll openly put my hand up and say I don't speed build. So this is actually completely new to me, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Yeah, I mean, you say you don't speed build, but you are aware that it's only 2 hours.
I am indeed. So consequently, I've got to do my best to get this working. At the moment, I'm working on a scenery prop that I have to put in place before I can start building anything else in the park.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I always have to. Well, when I do build certain structures, I have to make sure that I get everything just so, because there's a lot of geometry involved, and I can't get it wrong, because if I get it wrong, then it just doesn't work.
Oh, is that a wise strategy when you're sort of up against a time limit?
Yes, because I can do this part really quite quickly.
Oh, that's good. That is definitely good to hear. And anyway, just to sort of give a bit of a behind-the-scenes view to everyone, you asked a very interesting question about could we go into the scenario editor. Do you want to tell everyone about why you asked that, or do you want to keep that a secret until?
I will keep that a secret until the end. The people already in my chat know why I needed the scenery editor, because obviously they're my motley crew, that seem to support me and follow me, and God knows why, really. They're just a bunch of really nice humans. And I love them to bits.
Excellent. Everyone loves a bunch of nice humans.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm starting the construction of something rather quite large. This is going to get predominantly larger, and as I say, I've got to work this bit first before I can do anything else, because this is what sets the foundations for the park.
Oh, so, interesting.
Yes. So yes. I'm just hoping I get it all right.
We have a question from chat.
Yeah.
How long are you aiming to spend on this part? I mean, you've already spent 14 minutes on it.
Yeah, I've actually been working on something else as well, which is out of shot. Oh God, I should have turned angle snap off. This part actually takes me about 20 minutes. 25 minutes to actually get the main structures in place to actually complete, to actually then get building the park up itself.
Nice.
And I've actually got that wrong. So
by the halfway point, we should be at a point where we're seeing things.
Yes,
hopefully,
indeed.
For the interviews. Excellent. Well, in which case, I think what we'll do is we'll say thank you very much, Undead. We'll probably chat to you halfway through. How are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, completely stressed. But other than that, I'm fine.
It's fine. The stress disappears sort of towards the middle. I won't tell you what happens towards the end, but towards the middle, the stress goes.
And I've just realised I've done this part wrong. So I've got to start again.
Right, I'm going to let you go and do that then.
No problem.
Yeah. But thank you very much. This was Undead Clockworks Co., otherwise known as Undead. And you
bye
can
all.
Them on
See you all later.
Whenever. And there we go. That was Undead. And I think what we'll do is we'll have a quick catch up in chat first. He's Undead. He'll be fine. I do believe you are correct, Minxie. But what do you think to him having to start bits again? And what do you think of the strategy, everyone, about sort of having a 20 to 25 minute build before you can even get started on the park? Is that something that you would consider wise? Is that something that you would consider minorly unwise? Liam, I have done exactly the same. I've kept away from any knowledge of any build plans whatsoever. You think it depends on the rest of the park? I think you're probably right. It also depends on how many more mistakes get made. Can he execute flawlessly? Can he get the little time loss he's had back? I mean, he's only lost a bit of time there. Aaron thinks he's going to struggle. Struggle's one thing, but you can struggle and still succeed. Thank you very much for the follow, Night Filtorius. Sorry, why am I not catching these follows? We don't have follow alerts, but I should be catching them in the top left. Anyway, what we are going to do is we're going to go and say a great big hello to Bob Amates. Hello, Bob. How are you doing?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you feeling going into today?
It's not too bad. I'm a little bit like, but, you know, it comes with the territory.
It does indeed. It looks like you've got quite a lot done already. I'm very, very impressed.
I'm trying my best, trying to think of things as I go along. I haven't really had much prep.
Anyway, for everyone out there who doesn't know Bob, obviously the first question is, why the devil do you not know Bob Amates? And secondly, could you introduce yourself to the wonderful Games of Snap chat, please?
Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm Bob Mates. Bob is me, my wife is Em, and we were both born in the 80s, so yeah.
I was going to ask, so thank you.
Yeah, so I'm lost for words. What was the question?
So, sort of, what can we expect to see on your streams? On when
mostly building.
follow you?
Yeah, mostly building theme parks with the most unrealistic ideas you can think of. For example, I sculpted a shark and an octopus out of the terrain, and then styled it up to make it look really pretty.
And
So,
that was indeed very pretty.
yeah,
And,
things like that. And yeah, I just go overboard with details. I just enjoy. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the game.
oh, that sounds excellent. We'll ask a couple more questions then. Obviously, you are playing on a console, hence we're seeing a slightly different UI. How do you find that as opposed to sort of PC players? Do you think you're at, I don't know, an advantage, a disadvantage, or do you think it's kind of all's fair in love, war, and Planet Coaster?
In my opinion, I just get on with it. I bought this on. I bought this before I even bought a PC. So
Yeah.
yeah, and now I'm not used to it and enjoy it that much. And kind of, I don't know. I kind of enjoy the title of being a console player.
Excellent. And how do you find the controls? Because I know you're on PS5, aren't you?
Yeah, controls can sometimes be, with say paths on this, and well, yeah, and as always, sometimes they can just be a little bit frustrating, and they don't do as they're told.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if you were playing on PC, I think you'd make the same comment about paths.
Yeah,
Paths just don't do as they're told in this game. So I'm seeing sort of modern cyberpunky, I don't know, buildings or office
yeah,
blocks. Am I guessing somewhere near correctly?
we are going down that road. Yeah, I'm gonna. I won't tell you what I'm gonna do to the streets just yet. You can, but yeah, the buildings I'm gonna try and do as quick as I can. Try and make them look like buildings without putting as much detail as I'd like to. There is a lot
Yeah.
more detail I would, but I'm just so stretched for time, and I've given myself 5 buildings, possibly a third over here, if I can squeeze it in. So my next job
Yeah.
is to just keep going with it. I want to try and get a roller coaster going through all these little bad boys. So we'll soon see how we get on. And
A
as we come
roller
down the
coaster
middle of the
too.
road, yeah,
Nice.
as you come down the street, we're expecting. I'm hoping it's going to be jaw dropping for you guys, and I hope you really
Oh,
enjoy it.
having seen your builds, I am sure it will be. Even though I know that you're having to compromise a little on the details. Because we are trying to do these in 2 hours.
Yeah, today just bought a catch card for this very
Yes.
yeah. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's downgraded my it's
I
downgraded my graphics quite a bit.
that is something actually. I am going to call this out in chat. That Bob did today go out and buy a capture card just for Games in a Snap. Now, if that isn't dedication, I don't know what is. But no, thank you very much, and it certainly looks great over here. And hopefully, if you manage to get the exchange and get the capture card you want, you'll get that upgrade as well.
Oh yeah, and I will
Well,
definitely be looking forward to that.
no, that is great. Yeah, I mean, Bob Builder's giving you all the support in chat. Liam saying great bit of dedication here, love it. And yeah, I mean, we all love that. And he called. Did you call Samus at 5 a.m.? Go on, I'll ask you.
Yeah, well, it
I'll
was
drop
5
you.
a.m. for him. I'm not gonna lie, it was 5 a.m. for him, not me.
Oh, that's all right. I'd be more worried if it was 5 a.m. our time. Anyway, with that, thank you very much. I see you have a heck of a lot to do, so I will let you get on with that.
Thank you very much, mate. You have a good time.
Thank you very
everyone.
much. You too.
I like that.
And with that was Bob80s. So let's have a quick glance in chat. Aaron's PS5 Club as well. I do think at some point I should purchase that version of the game just to feel the console controls and see what it's like. Because I keep asking people who are on consoles. I need to know this, don't I? I shall flirt on eBay later. I'm not shopping during an event. And speaking of during an event and shopping, we shall go and if we go and shop for another participant to interview, we might sort of sneakily find There's a Sirius Coking. Hello, Sirius. How you doing?
Mo, I'm doing not too bad. Not too stressed.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Not too stressed either.
yeah. So, I'm assuming you want me to present myself and everything?
I think that would be wonderful. Yes, please.
Awesome. So, hello everyone. I am Sirius Cow King. I live in Montreal, Canada. I am a video game tester for Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that's right. I'm being paid to test video games. So I tend to play games in a purely vanilla way. So in this case, that means I don't have any DLC. I don't have any toolkit items. All you're gonna see is pure core game experience and everything. So everything that I do, that means you can do it as well, of course.
So yeah, I mean, anything you see on this stream, you only need to buy the base game, no DLCs, nothing.
Yes,
And you will see,
exactly.
You'll get access to everything that Sirius has. Now, don't be confused. That doesn't mean that you'll immediately be able to build such greatness as we're seeing here. That takes a lot of practice, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know if it takes practice. I do have like over 1,600 hours in the game. If you're,
That counts as practice.
I guess it does. If you want some tips, I do have. Sorry, I have a dog situation right now. There we go. Okay, she wanted to get off of me. Yeah, that's also something I forgot to mention. I had a sleeping dog on my legs. So yeah. If you do need some help, I do have a video tutorial on YouTube. As for the park itself, my build, I started with the theme is a brighter future, and as you can see, I have this circular path here. There's going to be a lake in the middle, and it's in a future where people are respecting nature instead of trying to destroy it. So there's going to be a jungle, and my biggest concern right now in the competition is actually what I'm doing right now, which is the roller coaster, because to me, building a good roller coaster with good stats is easy. Doing it fast, that's a different story. So,
Yes, and I see you're going for a wing coaster.
yes, a wing coaster, which means you are on the sides rather than on the track itself. Very cool thing.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, having ridden one, they are absolutely stunning. They're great fun. Yeah,
I never tried any. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Thorpe Park have got one, and it's they are wonderful to ride, especially because they're B&Ms. So yeah, the Rolls Royce of coasters. Let's be honest about this. So yeah, I mean, I think you've answered most of the questions I got for you because you came into this incredibly well prepared. So, brighter future. How do you find sort of? I know we chatted about this before, but we'll ask for the wonderful viewers. How do you find sort of playing vanilla as opposed to playing with DLC or TMTK? And have you tried TMTK and things like that?
So I had a look at it, but the thing is, I find that creativity will shine better if you have a limited set of options. Because in my mind, creativity is a natural human reflex to solve a puzzle. If you have a whiteboard with every possibility in the world on it, sometimes you tend to be stuck. You're not sure what to do. So I, on purpose, don't buy any DLC, don't download any TMTK item, because I want my limited palette, and well, that's how I get all my ideas.
That sounds very, very sensible, smart, and to be honest, reminds me very much of what John Wardley, designer of Nemesis, said about that ride. They could have, built taller and faster, and it would have been half as good. but because of the height constraints that were put on them, they had to do it, lower
Yes.
down, and they had to be clever about it. And that was a
sounds
big
great.
thing.
Yes. Whoops. Yeah, I
So-
totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, thank you very much for chatting to us. How are you enjoying this so far? You are nearly half an hour in. Just to sort of
Yes.
scare you slightly.
I am less stressed than I expected, and I do believe I am on par with my time that I had in mind at this point. So if I can finish the roller coaster not too soon-ish, then my other biggest concern is actually going to be the vegetation.
Oh,
Because
yes.
making a full jungle in 2 hours, that's kind of a challenge. I do have ideas in mind on how to speed things up, but it's
Yeah.
still going to be
There
tight.
are definitely ways of speeding that up, and we will obviously keep an eye out and see which of those you use, which are the ideas that we know of, and which you bring to the table. Because I'm sure you'll have some wonderful ones that we don't know. Anyway, what I will say is thank you very much to Sirius Cow King, and let's hope that you have a great rest of your build.
Yeah, thank you. See you around.
I shall see you in, well, a short while. And that, folks, was Sirius Cow King. So let's go and have a quick glance. In fact, 90 minutes remaining. There we go. I actually got that one on time, folks. Bang on time for that. So we're a quarter of the way through the challenge. Let's have a look at what everyone's been doing. We can see Svi is working really into the sci-fi part. Really looking into sort of building what looks very, very Star Trek in a lot of ways to me. You've got Bob, who's going down this sort of neon building route. I'm sort of expecting some inspiration from something like Tron or Cyberpunk 2077. Hopefully his stream tonight is more reliable than Cyberpunk 2077. Looks like a big server, Bob says. So we will go through, Aaron, we will do that soon, because I will make everyone's bigger at different times. But what we can see with Undead is, oh, that's big. So I'll tell you what, let's go and have a look at what Undead's doing. I think that might not be a bad idea. This looks stunning. So this is all built, by the looks of it, from sort of cuboids. Is that right? Has Undead literally just built everything out of cuboids? And is building essentially a humongous dock-off sphere out of art shapes? Yes! Liam's confirming that. I thought that was. But they're all the cuboid ones. Yeah, cuboid 3 medium. That is pretty incredible. Now, what's he going to do with this once it's built? What even is it? I mean, there's been some terraforming work in that as well. This looks impressive. Silent Bob is suggesting that Bob 80s that's looking like a big server. That I would say that looks like a big server, but honestly, I don't think I've seen one that clean in a very, very long time. Servers tend to be a lot more dusted up than that, but yeah, I can see that. Lots of lights, lots of flashes. And then we'll just go across and have a sneaky peek. Oh, hang on. No, we won't. We'll go and see Svi. I see lighting and night mode. Night mode looking beautiful with that sort of pink purple hue on the light. Really just going for a very sort of traditional future look, if you like. Oh no, going for a blue. Ooh, I see blue. I see blue. You see blue. We all see blue. I see blue. Dusty server, you say looks at home server. Okay, you got a point. Yes, you see, I was pretty sure I would have a point there. Because, yeah, I mean, you can try and keep them clean all you like. It ain't necessarily going to happen, is it? No, it is not. But, yeah, looking at those, that blue lighting is fabulous. We should also probably go and have another look at I'm seeing roller coaster getting built, with Sirius Cow King. Now, interestingly enough, he says that he thinks it's not too difficult to build a roller coaster with decent stats. We will find out at some point soon how good those stats are looking. Are we going to get this first time? Is he coming into the station now? Who knows? And I don't know if anyone else noticed, but looking at the loop he built, and I'd like to look at that again, did that look like the wing coaster trains were going to get a bit close to the other track? Did that look like it was almost going to clip? Well, we're seeing some level of breakage going on here. So, given that, I do wonder if we can reasonably assume that there is going to be an end in sight, and there is. Your cat sits on the rack. She likes the worms. She knows the sounds it makes when it's working hard, running Minecraft, I suspect that is, and just runs over like warm spot, then sits on it. That does sound like a cat to me. That sounds pretty par for the course. And now, there we are. All right, let's have a look for ratings. Let's let this speed through. Sirius is speeding it through. He's looking good by the looks of it. Now, we're looking for under test ratings, the sort of blue squares. We want them to be going green for Sirius. Everyone, go. Let's hope that this works out. And any second now, we will see if we get... That is 3 green straight away first time. That's impressive. That is absolutely impressive. Now, is he going to leave that be, or is he going to try and improve that? I don't know. But no, it looks like that is all she wrote there, which, who can blame him? I mean, really, that's a pretty stunning result. Sorting out the inspection schedules and whatever, and there's an overview of the park. And that park is looking rather wonderous. And now let's sort of go across. I think we need to go and see what Bob's doing with this other building. Now, he said he had about 5 buildings to do. The question is he going to do them completely detailed? Or is he going to sort of cut corners like you'd see in a normal theme park? Is he going to go anything that's out of guest sight? He doesn't care about. Who knows? In fact, do you folks really want to... do you folks care? Which would you prefer? The more realistic sort of, if the guests can't see it, it can just look like sheet metal? Or would you prefer it to be fully themed out? Bob's making a reasonable point of not putting any stock in the excitement numbers anymore. If a ride is properly block sectioned in the game, your ratings are going to drop. Yes, that is entirely true. In all fairness, if you are going to go for a ride that is block sectioned, if you're going to try and time your blocks, if you're going for an operationally efficient ride, the game does have a habit of punishing you. So chat, how much stock are you putting in those excitement numbers? And hi there, Skyline Travelers Tech, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you very much for popping by. And what we'll do now is we'll probably go and have a look. Oh, Svi's zoomed out. Svi has zoomed out. And we are seeing a wall with much decoration. And a rotation about to happen. Very exciting stuff, this. Now, what's interesting is that she hasn't gone for the do 2 opposite sides as mirrors and then dupe those approach. So, is this going to be surrounding all of the circle, or is this just sort of going to be a facade around some of it? But look at that detail. Look at the sort of greeblies joining the walls together, hiding that little bit of a crack. I mean, model makers sort of comment about hiding the crimes quite a lot, and that is really what's kind of going on here, not in a negative way at all, in a very positively way. Skyline's just working away at some monthly server maintenance for work. That sounds like, I was going to say sounds like fun, but honestly, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, as Minxero says, boo work, but yay's money! Liam prefers the realism factor, so if a break section reads the excitement rating, you see it as daftness. On top of this, if you're having a glorious amount of scenery around the ride and queue line, it wouldn't matter too much about the attraction of the rides to guests to you anyway. Time and a half, baby. Well, time and a half is always a good answer. And while we're chatting to chat, let's let everyone have equal view on the screen. And honestly, for me, I think the attraction to a lot of rides is some of the scenery. Like, I can't imagine some of the Disney rides or Alton Towers rides that I've ridden without the scenery. I just don't think it'd be right. So, yeah, I do like that. You're liking the new layout? Well, thank you, STT, and that is huge thanks to Pumpkinhead Live. And while I'm thanking people, let me put a great big humongous thanks in to all of our wonderful participants, to you, the chat, and to our amazing moderation team and our entire staff for making this event happen. This isn't just, you know, me or just Minxie and I. No, this is a lot of people make this happen. They make this happen reasonably regularly. And to give you a clue as to how regularly, there is going to be an announcement at the end of this show, folks. Soylent Bob doesn't ride Steel Vengeance for the scenery. As far as you can tell, its scenery is a queue line and a shed. I mean, some roller coasters, the scenery really enhances. Some are absolutely fine without. I can't imagine, for instance, Nemesis not having all of that scenery around it. That would just be weird. And Undead Reloading, but look at how quickly he's got back in there. That is a great part of this game, and that geometric structure is just beautiful. And it's floating. Is that actually floating? Is that what we're seeing? Are we seeing a future in space? That would be absolutely something, wouldn't it? Nemi is a rare case of best of both. Yeah, I mean, Bud Builder, you understand that I am absolutely spoiled. Because that is my local roller coaster. That is one of my locals. So I kind of judge everything against it. And for video gamers out there, that's like judging every video game against Dark Souls. Cool beans, bro. It ain't going to match up. Oh, well. Did I just essentially say that Nemesis is the Dark Souls of roller coasters? That might have been a thing. Did I make that comment? Let me know in the comments. Did I just make a is the Dark Souls of reference? And bonus points, did I get away with it? So Sphere's there, sort of encircling her rides, encircling them with that beautiful wall structure. Now, is that wall structure going to have any changes to it at all? Oh, she's having to tweak that a little bit to sort of fit more things in. Samus absolutely loves Dark Souls, but you also love Control. I have not played Control. You loved it a bit more. I mean, that's fine. Opinions on games are absolutely everyone's own. Right, I'm not going to try and start claiming that my preferred game is the best game. Never apologise for your opinions on games. Especially if you're giving your opinions in such a wonderful positive light. And you're not being a complete you-know-what about it. So, what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing Sirius sort of lean into that nature, that sort of humans living with nature idea. The station building being covered with foliage and all the rest of it. That is some wonderful building there. Bob playing with those buildings, those colours, that wonderful clean aesthetic. I don't know if he's planning to put roofs on any of those buildings, but do you know what? They're looking close. Or however, he's got no rides in yet. Neither has Undead, though, as far as I can see. And we are over 40 minutes in. We're nearly 3/4 of an hour into the competition. Samus, I'm going to disagree with you entirely there. Your opinion is never ever wrong. Nobody's opinion is wrong. Because it's your opinion. Your opinion cannot be wrong. At all. You know, we may all have differing opinions. That's absolutely fine. But your opinion is not wrong, nor is mine, nor is anyone else's. They are all absolutely correct and valid. So we are seeing I don't know, Sirius building that really rather short queue line now. Is that gonna be an issue at all? I don't know. He may wish to lengthen that, or who knows. I'm expecting to see some sort of element of decoration over there. Board builder, then that is their opinion. If they hate Nemesis, they hate Nemesis. I know people that don't rate it. That's absolutely fine. And again, their opinion is correct because it is their opinion. And therefore, it cannot be wrong. Windy United's claiming that their opinion's wrong now. That is just trying to create a paradox. Minxie Rose's opinion is that voting is going to be impossible again. Yeah, I mean, I am glad I don't have to judge these. I am glad that you lot wanted this to be chat vote only. Good luck, go for it. Board builder saying 4-way tie. Nah, don't do that to me. I want a clear winner. I mean, I'll tell you now. I am going to make an executive decision. Moderators, please back me up on this. If it's a tie for first place, we give out multiple wins. Okay, so Nemesis was your first proper roller coaster experience. Nice! I mean, you started on the good one. Silent Bob was really hoping for a coaster in Undead's Thunderdome. Yeah, I could see that, or even one weaving around, I think would be lovely. But wow, that building is beautiful. 4 winners sounds good, Minxie Rose. Indeed, and then they just have to work out between themselves who we raid into. And I'm sure they would, because of course after the show, we do try and raid into the winner if they are continuing to stream. And we're seeing Svi there making some adjustments to those walls, building around her rides, building around, some lovely terraforming. I'm seeing. Shall we zoom in? So earlier we were watching these walls. Oh my word! Oh, we zoomed in at just the correct moment there, did we not, chat? What a beautiful lighting setup I'm seeing there. Oh gosh, this is just making it harder. Everything I'm seeing here is making this harder to call. There's nothing obvious. Windy United 86. You assume Dark Souls is the best because Nemesis is not. A lot of people would declare Dark Souls the best. It did win the award for best game of all time. How much that counts, who knows? What do you prefer to Nemesis? I fully happy to believe that there are rides out there better than Nemesis. In fact, I'll make the unpopular opinion. Nemesis came about in 1994. If nothing's beaten it yet, that's serious. Because it should have been toppled. You're reckoning Swarm, are you? Interesting. Very interesting. I understand that. I don't agree that Swarm tops it, but it's a good contender. I will grant you that. Samus is going for Giant Dipper's best coaster of all time. Interesting. Given that I don't know what Giant Dipper is. But you're going to be very lonely in your pool of one. Well, you know what, Samus? Does it matter? Because your opinion is still right. Aaron prefers Smiler, doesn't really rate Nemesis. Hey, do you know what? We're getting some... Okay. Window or Winder United 86. Pepsi Max is pretty amazing. Now that's not a common opinion. I will grant you that one. But yeah, I can see it. And Smiler is by far better than Nemesis. Interesting. Well, yeah, with the years enhancements it's had, it should be. It should win that argument. The oldest wooden coaster west of the Mississippi, still fully manual in Santa Cruz. Oh, is it a side friction as well? Gosh, we're talking history here on a futuristic thing. And talking futuristic, I'm seeing futuristic doors. Oblivion, Aaron, if you think of Oblivion as a roller coaster, it's pathetic. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. If you think of Oblivion as a drop tower, it's a far better ride, to my mind. No clue if it's side friction. Does it have a brakeman on it? If it has a brakeman on it, it will be side friction. Yes, it's side friction then. Because upstart wheels didn't need brakeman. Just the achievement of the Pepsi Max makes it incredible. Yeah, built in 1994 was the tallest roller coaster of all at the time. But these days you go to America and you struggle to see anything shorter, really. Into the station they have to brake manually. Indeed. Of course it's a roller coaster, says Silent Bob. What's a roller coaster? And of course Minxie Rose is correct. We should be paying attention back to our participants. However, I thought it was... thought we ought to chat with everyone first. But yes, we have 4 fantastic, wonderful participants building us some futuristic parks. So, Svi, I believe, is building some more of her foliage. And yes, don't at me, I know it's called foliage, but I'm going to call it foliage anyway. So, really sort of leaning into what looks like a moderately formal garden. Bob is topping off those buildings. Winder United, only because of planning regs. And I'm leaving it there. Believe me, if Alton Towers didn't have planning regs on it, you know that Cross Valley Woody was getting built. Serious Cow King is building some, what looks like a small shopping plaza. Lovely use of curves, lovely use of sort of grey and orange as a very classic but wonderful futuristic theme. Great choice of colours there. I think going light has really helped. Sort of lean into the brighter future idea. Excuse me a moment, folks. I do apologise. Hi there, Death Fears On. How you doing? Welcome on in with those good nice vibes. And we have Bob80s roofing off those buildings. They do look pretty glorious, don't they? They look pretty stunning. And remember, this is all done on console, folks. This is all done in vanilla on console. No Theme Maker's Toolkit there, and no blueprints. None of our participants are permitted to use blueprints. No, we want them to build everything in that 2 hours. And yes, that includes every bit of scenery that they use. So, we have Sphere adding in more of that lush sort of foliage, that lush sort of smallish bushes areas. We've got Undead in that sort of Thunderdome idea, as people are calling it. I think we go with that as a title. He's got some rides in, he's got some flats in. Are we going to see anything that makes use of that dome, though? I'd love to see some verticality in this park. I think there's absolutely room for it. I think there's a huge amount of room for it. And we've got Bobham's. Bobham80s is finally getting in some rides. Yes! Now, don't forget, Bob has declared that there may be a roller coaster that is going to be, and I quote, jaw-dropping. Let's hope that we get those jaw-dropping roller coasters, folks. Let's hope that we get at least one. And Sirius sort of still working on some lovely little details there. Getting the signs up for that sort of shopping plaza. Shall we have a look at what those signs say that are there? We've got... I don't think I can get it. Are they Munster fries? And something smoothies? Excuse me, I can't quite tell, but we've got another rectangle editable sign. These signs are wonderful. Pop shot movies, Soylent Bob's saying. Well, that would make absolute sense for a serious Cow King indeed. And if we sort of go quickly and sneakily looking at Bobham80s and looking again at those paths being under concrete. So again, this whole idea that we are, that people would ordinarily be free to walk in a lot more areas, sort of hiding those paths, making that pathing system behave. And Sirius has named his shopping complex Refresh Moo Power. And I hope it comes with extra moo. Sorry about that, and I finally found my mute button. Yippee! I knew I'd got one somewhere. So Bob's there sort of sticking in some extra rides. Really getting somewhere near now. We're seeing this small area of the park being built up by Bob. I think Svi's doing something similar, as I think everyone is. What do we think people are going to do to give the illusion of grandeur? Are they going to give an illusion of grandeur? Are people going to be building, trying to do their showcases so as to only show off that area? Because otherwise things could look empty. Are we going to see anything to sort of combat that, do we know? And going back to everyone, let's go back and have a look at Svi's park. Building in a lot more lush grass or lush bushes. Again, going with that split level roundabout approach. And really sort of keeping the park in a lovely small sort of compact area. Now, we are approaching the halfway mark reasonably quickly. What are we expecting to see in terms of theming these rides, skinning them? At the moment, it's looking kind of like a fairground with, is that the look we're going for? Is this a futuristic fairground? Who knows? Well, Svi, hopefully. Anyway, moving on to looking at Undead Clockworks Co. He is getting a few more rides in. He's having an argument with the pathing system in the game, as I'm sure we've all encountered in the past. Anyone that's played this game will be able to tell you about pathing issues. Now, is he gonna be able to work this out? Okay, dropping that length, but maybe backing it up a little bit further would be the answer, as he has done there. And are we gonna get there? Or might it be worth coming off that path? I don't know. I mean, no one go and tell him, please, obviously. Have a row with the paths on a daily basis, says Minxie Rose. Oh, yeah, I mean, you don't have a good argument with the pathing system, are you, playing Planet Coaster? And yeah, I know, I get to hear about it all the time. And we are coming up to halfway, folks. Who do we think is in the lead at the moment? Whose idea are we liking? Whose visions are we liking? And yes, Undead has got that path connected. I sounded rather too exciting for that. Is pathing as bad in Zoo? Asks Aaron. Minxie Rose? I'm sure. Yeah, Minxie Rose just says yes. Very simple, very quick. Click on path button. Oh, you've come here for an argument. Yes, would you like the 5 minutes or the full half hour? Probably the full half hour if it's the pathing button, in fairness. I mean, does it even need to ask? Either way, we have the this Thunderdome Park coming up. And, oh, hello, hang on, right. Bob is about to pick his coaster type. What coaster type do we think will fit through here? He's gone for the Bakasura, which is an invert. Now, an invert is always a good shout. I do enjoy a good invert. What's this? Is this an impulse? Is this... looks very sort of, I don't know, giant in vertigo, something like that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But, I'm Bietcha is saying it's a hard one between Svi and Undead. Undead has a very original idea with the flying island, but Svi has lots more greenery and artistry. Minxie Rose is saying could be anyone. Now, this doesn't look particularly inverted to me. Was I wrong? I was wrong. Is this a wing? Oh, no, it's not a wing. I know what this is. I think this is a Giovanola hype or something along those lines. So, right, this could be a stunning design. Let's see what's going on. It's looking very smooth already. Now, don't forget, there's no 4-meter method realistically on. I mean, you could do the 4-meter method on the console, but would you? And would you even try and do something like that in this time? So neither coaster that we've seen built has gone for it. This is some fast progression on this coaster, and he's not testing as he goes. Oh, now I would be having that test button on at all times and making sure that this thing worked. You've seen both practice and can't choose yet. Minx has seen both too, and you neither. You hate voting because they're all so good. Yeah, well, that is part of your job, folks. We do like everyone to make sure that they vote on this, even if you don't. Even if you're not a Planet Coaster player, just vote on what you like. Always be testing, says Soylent Bob. That is exactly how I live. Always be testing. Always be making sure that train is doing what you think it is. And yeah, that looks very Giovanola Hyper to me. The six seats to a car. Yeah, very, very much so. So Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain is probably something that's going to be reasonably similar. Anyway, we've focused here for far too long. It looks super intense. No, Aaron, you only get one vote. You absolutely only get to vote for one. Otherwise, everyone would vote for all four, and then it wouldn't work. And Sirius is decorating up his facilities with some lovely pipe work. One has to wonder what's going to be flowing through there. But again, sort of really leaning into that sort of futuristic sci-fi theme, using the sci-fi pieces, using those neon signs, really kind of keeping the park cohesive, but still adding the detail to buildings. This is the kind of thing you might not necessarily see all the time, and I was a few seconds late there, but we are past the 1 hour mark, which means we should start the halfway interviews. What do you think, folks? I mean, remember, thank you very much, Clearly Hazy, for that follow. Hello there, Luca, how are you doing? Right, if anyone's got questions for our participants, we will be interviewing Svi first for her halftime chat. So with that, I will say hello, Svi, how are you doing?
Hello, it's moving.
It certainly is. I see lots of very, very gorgeous lights as well.
Yes, I did put an emphasis on the lighting, although everything looks the same at the moment.
Oh, well, you've got just under an hour. So
I saw
that. How are you finding things at the moment?
They're moving along at a good pace. I'm not too sure if they're going to move at the pace that I wanted to, and I'm afraid that I won't be able to get all the things I have planned done in time.
Fair enough. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun?
Yes, I am enjoying it, but I'm also feeling the pressure.
That's good. Well, it wouldn't be a Games in a Snap without a bit of pressure. Yeah. If we gave you too long, it'd take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
I promise you.
So this is definitely like good practice to build in a different way, for sure.
Oh, very much so. Yeah. There's a lot of focus on sort of doing things, trying to work out what you can get away with, I suppose, as well. So I see you sort of sticking in some stair rails. I'm guessing that's something that you didn't think you could get away without putting in.
Well, I saw that there was quite the gap between my lawn and the pathing, so this is a solution to that.
I see.
Hopefully it won't cost me too much in time.
That's always good to hear. So, given that you are just over halfway through, is there anything that we should look out for, especially in the second half of the competition?
Nothing comes to mind. I mean, hopefully there's going to be a lot more than just grass in the park, and a couple of rides.
Excellent. Well, in which case, I think we'll say thank you very much and probably chat to you at the end of the build phase. Well,
Awesome.
probably closer to when we actually do showcasing. I'll work it out.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, and everyone, this is Svi, and a wonderful, wonderful, very futuristic park indeed. Now with that, oh, by the way, Minxie Rose, have you tried !register or !sign up in chat? Anyone, if you do want to register to take part in a Snap Games and Snap event, be it Planet Coaster, City Skylines, or any other game that you may or may not wish to try for, there is a form that you can fill in, and please do keep going back to that same form and keep it up to date. Yep, register and sign up does the same thing. However, speaking of people who did register and wanted to take part, although probably through slightly less conventional means, I'd like to make sure that we all say hello to Undead himself. Yeah, I'm just going to say Undead.
Hello.
Hello, you probably know what this means.
It does. It's the half.
You've got less than half the time left.
I know. I've had to reopen my park a couple of times because I got it all wrong. But yes, what do you want to know? Do you want to see what I've been doing, or can I just keep it like this?
Well,
I've got a list. I've got a tick list. I'm going through and ticking everything off as I'm going along.
I mean, it's entirely up to you how much you show off.
Right. Well, I'm only literally showing this off at the moment. I mean, it doesn't look like there's an awful lot been done or an awful lot going on. There's a very good reason for it. I mean, it's all down to the backstory as well. At the end of the day, yeah, I did get a little bit stressed because what I've actually been trying to do gave me quite a bit of grief at the beginning. For the simple reason being is I hadn't quite got the lands the way I wanted it. So consequently, yeah, it sort of threw everything off by a significant amount. But yeah, I'm endeavouring to fix that now. I'm just throwing in some basic buildings here. This particular part that I'm building here is actually going to be an arcade. That much I will tell you.
Ooh, very fun.
So yes, it's all about the visuals, and I'm hoping that I can pull this off and make it look the part. With my trials that I did the other day, everything seemed to be okay. The bit that I didn't show the guys on stream has actually worked.
Excellent.
Because I've actually put that into place now, which is good. And yeah, hopefully you'll like the backstory and you'll like the way I've done it.
Well,
So-
I mean,
yeah.
whether I like it or
It's-
not, it's completely
or whether
irrelevant.
I know
whether
it's
chat
all
likes it.
down to whether it's all down to chat. I know I'm very much I wouldn't say I'm guarded. I think it'll probably look better when it's all finished rather than
Yes.
only half complete. And that's basically what I'm sort of going. That's what I want to do. Obviously, my community and my chat who have been following me have been watching me look at this, and they've been hearing quite a colourful array of words coming from me.
Yes.
So I've tried to be very careful. That will know that. Well, they know that I have the stream set to an 18 specifically for the reason of I normally have a slack tongue.
Yes, I have noticed that you've managed to keep it in check. Very well done, thank you. Yes.
Well, I don't want to put anybody to shame, really, and I don't want to put myself to shame either. So, yeah.
No. I mean, to be fair, whenever I'm sure, as Minty Rose has pointed out, you can't play Planko without a large vocabulary. Yes,
Yeah, most of it's to
think
do
we
with
can agree
pathing.
that.
Most of it's to do with pathing. But
Yes,
otherwise,
and the rest
no.
of it's
Everything seems to be going okay, and I'm on schedule.
That is excellent news. And yes, of course, I mean, you mentioned terrain as well. As soon as you get into terraforming, I'm pretty sure my language goes rather more to the rainbow end of the spectrum.
Well, the terraforming has gone pretty well so far. I'm not saying any more. I'm not going to say any more than that. For the simple reason is I don't want to jinx myself. I've still got a bit of work to do. But I'm hoping everything's going to be all right.
Excellent.
It should be. It should be.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Loving the use of a few greeblies on those walls as well.
Oh yeah. Well, as I say, this is going to be an arcade, so I obviously need to decorate it up just a little bit. I'm just trying to decide where to put these things, just to throw a bit of something onto the walls.
And of course,
the path work seems to be working. Guests seem to be moving around okay. So yeah, you'll see more later. I hope.
I'm sure we will. And are you enjoying this so far? Now that you're sort of just over an hour in, or an hour and 10 minutes in, even.
Oh gosh, I've got a bit of work to do. So I've got to crack on.
Right. Well, I'll let you go and crack on then. I think.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you later.
Thank you very much. See you later. And that was Undead, who clearly has quite an amount of work to do, but is apparently enjoying this. So this is good. Aaron's having crackers and cheese. Yum yum and yum yum indeed. Make sure to save some for me. And what cheeses are you having? You have to tell us now. That's the rules. You have to tell us. Someone's saying that's why your streams are 18 plus. Yep. I'm with you there. That's why I don't play much Planko on streamers, because my streams are not 18 plus. It'll be worth it, says Minty Rose. It will be very much worth it. And do you know what else is worth happening? Oh yes, it is very much worth having a chat and saying a hello to Bob Amates. Hello, Bob.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm rather good, thank you. How are you, though, more importantly?
I am getting on quite well, actually. I'm just trying to change up a few. I'm going for a apocalyptic look. I just hope I haven't bit off more than I can chew.
Oh, nice. So, apocalyptic look, I spy a rather large coaster that's been built.
Yeah, I don't know how quick I've just managed to put that together, but it was pretty quick.
That was pretty quick. How's it running for you? Have you given it a try?
I've given it one try, and I think it was okay.
That'll do.
Yeah.
I see some of the vehicles have fallen over.
Yeah, we're trying to. I'm going to give myself about 18 minutes of throwing cars, and then I'm going to give myself probably another 20 minutes of trying to get more lights down here, street lights, traffic lights, and after I've done that, try and throw, I don't know, like bin bags down to make it look more, like it's, yeah. As you can see, all the tires have been stolen from every car, so.
Yeah, I could make comments on that, but I won't.
Yeah, every tire is, and yeah, it's annoyed me.
Yes, I can imagine. So, are you enjoying it this time round?
Yes, I've managed to, conquer that problem I had last time with the.
That's always good.
Managed to conquer that, so I'm enjoying it. I'm getting on with it now.
Oh, that's great news. And so is there anything else that we want to be looking for in the meantime, in the sort of the back half of the build, and how are you doing sort of time wise?
I'm gonna bring down the land and make it look like. In fact, instead of talking about it, let's just quickly. So we're going to bring the land down like this, around this area, and fill it with water, and then give it like pipes to make it look like it's been absolutely, pipes with water bursting out of it. So I'm going to give it more of a road look, and I've just realised I need to attach this ride because I haven't done it yet. So hopefully...
fair enough. So 46.5 minutes to go, just to give you a reasonably accurate time check. Does that roughly line up with what your clock says?
Yes, 46 minutes, 23, 22, 21.
Yeah, we're only about 5 seconds adrift from each other. That's fine.
Awesome.
So yeah, any sort of Easter eggs that we should be looking for as well?
There
Or
is
are you gonna keep that
one.
away?
There is
Ooh.
one, and I'm hoping that it's going to be mostly people my age that are going to know what it is. And, maybe youngsters won't catch it, but I'm hoping that it will be something that guys will go, oh, that's a sweet little touch. I like that.
So that's for those of us who were born in the 80s. Interesting. Well, I shall definitely be trying to look out for that, chat. If you were born in the 80s or before, look out for something sort of for our age folks. If you would, please, let me know, because I'll miss it.
I'll probably give myself 10 minutes to try and do it. And then
Excellent.
hopefully, yeah. Right.
Right, well, with that, you look like you are an incredibly busy human. So I'd probably best let you go and carry on doing your building without chatting and yapping in your ear hole.
Thank you very much. You have a good one. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, and we'll chat soon. So that, folks, was Bobber Mateys building something that's supposed to look like a car crash. Aaron was born in the 90s. Oh, you might still get it. Yeah, I mean, I might not, and I was born in the 80s. Road Warrior vibe with the buses, said Soylent Bob. I think you're onto something there, very much so. I do love how one of the buses is over the top of that coaster track, building a lovely sort of bridge without being a bridge. Great thematic element. Mildly unrealistic, but who really cares? And anyway, well, I'll tell you what we do care about. We care about saying a great big hello, indeed, to Sirius Cow King. Hello, Sirius Cow King. How are you doing?
Hello, I am doing well.
This is excellent. You have just under 45 minutes to go. Or as I should now say, 44 minutes to go. Are you still doing well?
Yes. So I've completed the that stays as it is. I have completed the roller coaster. I have completed some stalls, the lights in progress, and this thing is gonna be a big impact in my park. And it's actually going to be very quick. The big thing afterward that I'm still worried about is the vegetation. I have not started the vegetation.
I see. Loving sort of the theming, loving sort of seeing some vegetation over the station as well. So it looks like you've at least started it to some degree.
Yes, of course.
How are you enjoying the event so far?
I am hyper focused and really having a good time, actually.
Oh,
So,
that is great. That is wonderful to hear. Thank you. And sort of timing wise, how do you think you're doing? Do you think you're about on pace, somewhere ahead, somewhere behind?
I would say on pace, actually. At some point I was worried, and then I realized, wait, this just took me like this one thing took me longer than I expected, but this other thing took me almost no time. So it's like, oh, okay, cool, we're good.
Oh, that's excellent to hear. And are there any sort of spoilers or Easter eggs you want to give us give the chat, or anything you want them to be looking out for during the latter portion of this build?
I I don't know. I'm gonna explain the whole thing afterward, of course.
Oh, of course. Feel free to keep it all under wraps until then. I'm sure chat will have great fun trying to make some guesses. You know what chat are like. They always try and guess and work out what's going on.
Right.
And sometimes they even succeed. Sometimes. Well, you can't be too nice to chat. Start getting too nice to them, and they start taking it seriously and expecting you to be nice all the time. And you can't have that attitude. Just wouldn't be right, would it?
No, of course not. I'm a bit of a silent right now. It's weird. I'm not used to that. I always talk throughout my stream, and I've been talking in my own little corner because I know some people are actually watching my stream. And but it's weird. I can't read chat. I can't see if anyone actually watches. I can't see if anyone talk to me and anything. And so it's a weird setup, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yes.
So anyway, I'll probably better let you get back to your wonderful intense building. Thank you very much for chatting to us, and we'll see you later for the showcases.
All right. Looking forward.
Right. Thank you very much. And that was Serious Cow King, folks. Who I've just realised has yet to moo at us at all. In the showcases, remind me to ask him to moo. Because otherwise, how can we prove that he's the real Serious Cow King? Oh no. Anyway, let's go and have a quick glance at what everyone's doing. We've seen Svi putting rings around trees and then putting lights on those rings. So that's rather interesting. Oh, Samus and Minxie Rose point out that I am wrong and he did moo at the start. He mooed earlier. Well, I mean, only one moo. Is one moo enough? Who knows? Do we have a quota for moos? A mooage quota? I don't know. Oh, those lights. We're going to have to... I'm sorry, we have to look at that. For the lighting there. That is something else. The neon sort of... I don't know if they're protection rings around the trees. I don't know what they are. I'm hoping that Svi will explain those to us at the very end. During her showcase, I'm sure she will. Roller Ben is saying that it's almost an hour and a half in and you've only got like a little bit further on your coaster. Yes, but don't forget this is a different way of building. Building in a snap it's a completely different discipline to building your own coaster. I mean, we're talking about people here who've either not built entire parks before, or will build, take months and months over building a park. This is a very, very different kind of thing. And this is to show that you, or anyone, can, if you only have a couple of hours, come up with something wonderful. Given some practice, of course. But, it's fine. If you've only got 2 or 3 hours to play, you've only got 2 or 3 hours to play, and you can still do amazing things. And Silent Bob's mentioning retro sci-fi look, thinking Jetsons. That's probably a good idea. We need to see how you build them, because you build a bit and then decorate. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if you can get it down to 2 hours, come for it. Come and enter. We've got a sign-up page. We've got a sign-up form, whatever we want to call it. And there it is. And Minxie Rose has also filled the same thing in chat, although she's put register, I think. So register or sign up and you can get to a form where you can take part. And you could be one of our 4 featured builders. Now, quick little aside, just in case anyone's confused. Just merely signing up doesn't mean you'll definitely take part. But, if we can get you in, we will do our best. Death Fears No One wants to see games on Snap on a Sunday so you can take part. Oh no! We will have to see if we can run some extra events. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is probably going to stay mainly at this time on a Saturday, just because it works. Aaron will take part in a Planet Coaster and a Snap Noob Edition. Well, you know what? Everyone who takes part is pretty much a noob to Planet Coaster and a Snap. And you know what? It doesn't need to be a Noob Edition. Take part in Planet Coaster and a Snap and have fun. Just, come and play. Come and have fun with us. It's great. It's just a laugh. It's just for fun. I mean, all the builders are doing amazing work and taking it wonderfully seriously. They all know it's for fun as well. So what we're seeing Undead doing a few little shopping stalls, doing almost like a Plaza area. Welp, you can't contest. Rolly, you can come and play. You were told, does it work? You were told you'll be doing 12 hours every Friday and Saturday morning every week, so you'll be killed your Saturday. You're under our age. Oh, that's rough. Oh, well. Give it a few years and get some practice in then. Give it a few years, get some practice in, and then I'm hoping we'll still be here. We should be. If everyone still wants us here, we'll be here in like 3 years, won't we? Still doing this. We've got Bob 80s there. Look at those crowds. Like, look at that for some crowd. Oh, that's the queue lines. That's smart. That is smart. So building up the crowds of the queue lines, sort of weaving them in and out of the damaged cars. That looks very interesting. That might explain why he went for the sort of narrow paths on concrete thing. That's clever. Now let's zoom back out and we'll have a look. Actually, let's go and have a look at Serious Cow King, because I'm seeing theming around a ride. I'm seeing that he's skinned one, and again, giving it some verticality, some height is great. And Aaron, if you want Minecraft in a Snap, register for Snap, put Minecraft in as your game of choice, and then encourage others to do the same. If we see people putting Minecraft in as a game they want in a Snap, then we will have a go at organising it, and we'll give it a go, and we'll see what we can do about it. I'm sure there are some great ideas, but yes, please use that register form as a way of suggesting games that you want to see played in this format. Again, there will be no guarantees, but do you know what? We want to do more of this stuff. Samus, do us a favour then. If you want to do Minecraft in a Snap, stick it on. I think you've already registered. Go back and add it as an answer to your form. I think you might already have. I think we've got one or two who've put that in. I don't know. But yeah, more people putting Minecraft in as an idea on that form, and it might end up happening. Who knows? But what we know at the moment is we've got Svi building up some form of, shopping and facilities area. We've got Boba Mateys sticking tanks in. He said he was going to give himself 18 minutes to throw cars around. He's added tanks to this. This is an absolute car crash in the best possible way. We've got Sirius starting work on his vegetation, placing one plant at a time. Now, nobody go and tell him any of this. But once he's done sort of this, if he wants to do blanket vegetation, placing a cluster of trees, grouping them, and then copying and rotating them is a big trick to trying to get them in even quicker. That is a really big, quick way of getting into the jungle feel. Again, please don't go across and say anything. Don't go giving tips. We're having no backseat gaming in this. But, that is something that we might be looking for now. Svi trying to work out how to get paths to join all of these buildings up. Now, would it be worth her going for a grid approach? Is it worth trying to do this all on the grid? Or is she going to just sort of ignore them for real? Oh no, they're going in. They are going in, some of them are. But remember, we don't have moving mod in this game, so you can't just go around moving paths. He has got to connect them all just by building or deleting. Good luck, Fee, says Minxie Rose. It had this nightmare earlier. Oh yeah, I mean we're back to, you know, the usual bingo of, anyone who's got cursing or being nasty, being mean about the path system, you have that on your bingo cards. Mark that off. Mark it off every time it's there. Thank you for using the silent command, Samus. Hi there, Luca. The age-old argument of grids versus curves, you see it carries on from City Skylines. Not quite. It's a different argument on this, Luca. Just for those who would like a bit of a primer. It is two different modes of paths in Planet Coaster. If you place a building, you can set up a 4x4 grid based off that building to place other buildings or to place path squares. Very, very much like in the old Roller Coaster Tycoon games. Or you can build these freeform curve paths. Now, what I'm suggesting is it looks like Sfee placed all of these buildings in that grid formation. So it might make sense to use that same grid to build some paths to link them all up, and then use a sort of standard curve style path to join up to that main one. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, grid and curves are, there's still discussions there. We're seeing Bob-O-Mateys working with light, working at night with lights as well, and then putting the street lights as if they're going over the paths. Now, that seems odd. And I mean, it is very flexible, Luca. Death Fears None doesn't mind the pathing. Teach us, though, Sensei, how to path in Planet Coaster then, because it never seems to do what I ask it to do. Like if I want a path a queue to tightly hug a ride, I'll never get it to quite work. It'll always be slightly out. Undead sort of filling in the inside of his arcade with air hockey, with a bubble gum machine, with a claw grabber. Is that claw grabber going to be a fair one? Who knows? Who cares? Sfee's sort of building up that building around the sort of facility shopping complex. Would you call that a food court? I don't know. Maybe. Although what food's on trial, I don't know. What I do know is we're seeing even more carnage on Bob-O-Mateys' screen. Now, is that roller coaster the right colours, do we think? Or would you consider recolouring that? Ooh, Space Engineers, although that game is stupidly technical, may not work so well with games in a snap. That is a fair point, and you know what? We've missed it by a fair amount. Let me just make sure that I get that correct. Closer to 28 minutes. Missed the timing. Sorry. There we are. I don't want to tell people that they've got longer than they have, but yes, we are in that last half hour, folks. We have only about 28 minutes to go. So how are you seeing things right now? Who's in the lead? Who are you thinking needs to make up some time? And what did you think to the theme? And don't forget to please stick around for the showcase phase, and then there will be an announcement as well. Yeah, I can English. It's going to be so tough to pick someone to vote for. Indeed, Tails and Wings, it's going to be incredibly difficult. Hopefully, though, you will all have some ideas. Maybe that showcase will sway you. Maybe the lore will do it. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen in this last half hour. I mean, it is always difficult. voting is never easy. But you know what? I'm sure you're very, very clever, intelligent people, and you can all do voting. I'm sure you'll get it right. Well, it's your opinion after all that counts. So, Undead really, really sort of doing very detailed work within that arcade area. And I wonder if some of this is TMTK. Absolutely allowed. Again, don't forget, the only thing you're not allowed is blueprints. How about Lego Worlds? You mean Lion build there too? And a lot of people have made big cities in it. Do you know what? I own that game and I have yet to play it thoroughly. I think I own that one on the Switch. I might be right, I might be wrong. I will have a look later. And Minxie Rose is seen dumpster fires in Bob's. Well, do you know what? I see a dumpster fire as well. And as Bub Builder sort of pithily comments, sounds like the future to me. Well, do you know what? That's probably a reasonable pithy comment to make. As we enter the sub 26 minute mark. Yes, that is a milestone, folks. That really isn't. Ooh, Sirius has got a little lump in his lake. Is that going to end up? Oh yes, there is foliage going on there. There is absolutely some wonderful low foliage going on there, with some roots sticking out. Are we going to see flowers, or is this going to be more of a bushy endeavour? It's starting to look very much like a bushy endeavour with, are we art shapes? Art shapes might be a thing, but Svi is building up that food court area wonderfully, and again adding some beautiful little details to it. You know, making sure that it is really, really up to spec. And oh look, hopefully she leaves it like that for me. But the bits where there's no people can see, she hasn't put roofs on yet. Now, I think that would be a really fun detail if she didn't. And if she just went, no, people can't see it from within the park. However, no, I am wrong, because look, there's a path above it. So maybe she should be putting roofs on there. Oh, decisions, as Sirius is putting what looks like a rather large balloon of some description. Or is that a water tower that he's building? That might be a purple water tower. Undead using a human for scale? Or is that human going to be used to make things more interesting? It looks like that human is going to be looking at air hockey. And another human, probably also looking at the same air hockey table. But will Undead drop the bases into the ground? Ooh, a bit, though, a good chunk of the way, but you can still see them. Now, is that intentional? Is it intentional that they are animatronics? It looks like it has got the skee ball ones out there as well. Skee ball, what a game. What a wonderful game. So, Sirius, I think, is starting on his foliage. Right, let's see if he does the scenery group trick. And if he does, let's have a look at how that trick works. And let's have a look at how my headphones fit. But yes, it looks like he's building a small, reasonably dense group. Skee ball is live, says Sullen Bob. Oh, I thought coasters were live. Are you sure? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong here. But you know who's not wrong? Our wonderful participants, because they're never wrong. They're building some wonderful things for us. Sweet is filling in those corners. So instead of necessarily putting roofs on there, she's filling them in. Again, adding height, adding verticality, adding grandeur to the park. Always something that you want to see. Or is it? I mean, you know, I like to see it. I like to see things not be pancake parks. I like to see them elevated. I like to see height played with. What do you like? I mean, this is not up to me. At the end of the day, this is up to all of you. And we have, what's Bob up to at the moment after his dumpster fire? Is he using the inside of that building? Oh yes, we're going to have lavatories. Are we going to have stacked lavatories? No. Oh, and a staff building. Nice touch. Very nice touch. Everyone already knows what you like, Soil and Bob. Oh, yes, I'm pretty sure you've made that pretty obvious to everyone. But you know what? That is absolutely fine. Minxie Rose likes these 4 parks. Well, you know what? That is great news. And everyone, as we are under 22 minutes away, do me a big favour. Keep this stream open, but also in another tab, go to each of our 4 wonderful builders and say something nice and amazing to them. Say something wonderful. Really keep the spirits up. They are working they're working incredibly hard. Yeah, I nearly said something then. But they're working incredibly hard. They're doing an amazing job. They are not only building stunning parks, but the entertainment they're providing and doing so is palpable. And Undead Clockworks Co. is he building a floor? Are we seeing a floor get built here? I think we are. I think this whole thing is going to have a grey floor. Sirius has done it. He's created a scenery group. Yes! Excellent. So he is going for it. Now, is he rotating it as well? Now, he's created a smallish scenery group. The next move, I would say, yeah, he's rotating it, is to use that scenery group, and then once you've filled the detail in, add a few more plants to it, then rotate it a couple of times and make an even bigger scenery group. And then add more to it, rotate it a bit, and make a bigger one. And just do a few bigger ones to stamp out the outsides of the park. But yes, the scenery group is nice. I think it's really interesting to see that some of the same trees are on both sides of it. But with that rotation, it really does look rather organic. And what a choice of trees to do. And trees around Top Spin Ride. He has also themed... Has he skinned that ride? We're in the last 20 minutes though, folks. I think he has skinned that ride. I don't remember seeing that, but whoa, that's some good going. Chat, can you confirm if that is a skinned ride or if you can get a sci-fi top spin? I suspect that has had work done on it. Svi there building some lovely little entrance ways by the looks of it. Some small tunnels. Again, really leaning into adding some details. Minxie Rose is saying that is skinned. That does not surprise me in the slightest. With Sirius Cow King, again, you will hear that he is very detail-oriented. In fact, all 4 of these builders are incredible detailers who are not used to building at this pace. So, chat, if I forget during the showcases or after the showcases, one thing I want to know of all of these builders is if this experience is going to influence how they build in future. Is building at this kind of speed going to, do anything to how they build in future? Now, it's interesting to see that Undead is rotating one line of this at a time. That, I think, might be a little time consuming. It might be worth him selecting a few of those, rotating them all at once, and trying to speed this up. Especially as he's only got like 18 minutes left. Good evening, Momovan. How are you doing? Welcome on in. You join us at a very exciting part of this. Oh yes, we are nearing the end of our Games in a Snap Planet Coaster in a Snap Future Edition. Catchy name. Oh yes. Very catchy. Minxie Rose would like to know if they'd do this again. Of course you would, Minxie Rose. And I think we would all love to know that. And what's he doing? Undead is creating a blueprint now. Can someone go across there and suggest that if he's creating this blueprint, using this is probably not wise. He's probably better doing it as a scenery group. However, do you know what? No, I'm going to take that back. If you're going to create the blueprint during the event and use your same blueprint, that's got to be allowed, hasn't it? Because that functionally is no different to making a scenery group. He's still built the whole thing. during the event. I think he's got to be allowed that. I think that has to be entirely reasonable. What do you think, chap? Because if you don't like it, we need to go across there and tell him quickly. Because the last thing we want is for anyone to be... What's it? He's permitted to use during event blueprints. Right, Minxie Rosie said that I will agree with that. Liam said it's the equivalent of copy and paste, which he thinks fine. Death Fears None agrees. Windy United agrees. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go with you all on that. You are allowed to use blueprints you made during the event. Yeah, that we're going to put that into the rules. Are you not allowed to use sentry items? Aaron, if it is listed as a blueprint, if you're importing blueprints or using blueprints from the workshop or even from in-game, that's not allowed. We want to see what people can build themselves. So you can use scenery, you can use building bits, but you can't say import a building. Because that would just be... that'd be a bit wrong. And you're absolutely welcome to use TMTK. So for those addicted to hydro beams, you can take part and still use hydro beams. And Tails and Winks is agreeing too. Do you know what? I think we're in absolute agreement here. So I think we are in total agreement. That will be added to the rules as a specific something that you are allowed to do. That will go in black and white. How does that sound? Anyway, we've seen Undead building what looks like a magnificent floor. Now let's hope that there's not too much in the way of Zeb fighting at the middle of that. Because of course that would be rather rough. Now Bob's there, he's started working with, he's going to start throwing bin bags around the place. We did hear that was going to be happening. Svi is building some more lovely space architecture for us. I can't wait to hear the lore behind these. Folks, Aaron, can you use the pre-built shops that are in the game already? They are in the blueprint tab. No, you can't. You have to build your own. Yeah, it just has to be your own work and has to be created during the competition, not in advance. Undead is doing this all during the competition as we're watching, and that's genius. Not only is Undead doing all this that we're watching, but so is Bob Amates, so is Svi, and so is Sirius Cow King. Yes, they are all doing it. They're all doing it during the event. Minxie Rose, we actually decided the opposite during over Scotch. We said that make it a scenery group, but don't make it a blueprint, was what we said. But I'm going back on that. Yeah, the use of cues to build that zombie-filled street atmosphere is absolute genius. Sort of narrowing down where people can walk yet still having pavement there is wonderful. Keeping a close eye on Undead, I think we all are. Those lights from Svi are stunning. She knows that we're going to be asking for a night view. She's ready for it. And of course, I mean, Sirius has got that beautiful looking coaster, that lovely foliage, that lovely, wonderful sort of bright future, allowing nature to take over, living in harmony with nature idea on the go. Minx is saying the same thing effectively. Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna get Watch It about it. Plus, he hasn't actually used that blueprint. So, it's academic anyway. But we can chat about that in the Discord. And to be honest, if someone does something they're not supposed to do once or twice, is it really that terrible? You know what I mean? If someone accidentally messes it up, you've not seen Sirius put any lights down. Oh, so when we ask Sirius for the night view, that's going to become interesting. Now, I have just seen he's done some terraforming there, which is always a great sign. I like to see some terraforming. That's making that roller coaster really into a hero. What do you think's important? Do you think the terraforming that Sirius is doing is important? Do you think that the night lighting's important? After all, this is your decision. Your votes will crown the winner. As we are less than 12 minutes to go. And looking at the zoomed out view that we've just got from Svi. We haven't had many of these, so we are going to zoom in. And oh my word, just those details. And is that, are we almost seeing like little Disney castles, but little futuristic Disney castles? Is that the thing? Oh, I hope that's the law. I hope there's a Disney argument on this. Because that would be hilarious. Oh, hang on, sorry. No. We're going to have a look at Undead. I'm sorry, I am taking a cheeky view at this. So this is a floating island. This absolutely is a floating island. Reminds you, Leo, of Surviving Mars, the biomes? Yes, I mean, I haven't played much of that, but I certainly sort of get a Martian sense from this one. Very much so. Silent Bob's mentioning water vaporizers from Star Wars. Yep, I can absolutely see that as well. Very, very much so. And sneakily having a cheeky glance at Bob. Oh, he's gone for full zombie apocalypse here. Full zombie. Oh, and the density there is incredible. I'm loving this, folks. But, I mean, I'm loving all four of these. This is... how you're going to judge this, I will never know. But just looking at the whole... all the moving parts. It's the Walking Dead. I don't know, Ming Serious. I don't know anything about zombiness. But I'm seeing a place called Flynn's. And it looks to be mildly interesting to people. And we are at 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes, folks. That's it. That's all my voice is going to hold out for until I get a quick break. And that, we're going to have a look at Sirius Cowgate and what Sirius is doing. He is moving across to even more use of that same tree gun. Now, has he at any point changed? I don't think he's changed the scenery group at all. What I'd have liked to have seen there, I would have liked to have seen him rebuild that scenery group once or twice, just to add a little bit more variance to it. But you know what? It's fine as it is. There's certainly plenty there. Bob Spark is what the streets will be like after the current situation. I mean, there's yeah. Let's go and have a quick glance. That is I can see that. Interesting to see again. You know, a lot of emergency services vehicles. Again, with no tyres, because in this game you'd have to put them on individually, and that's a lot of work. But look at the shadows, look at the use of light, look at that roller coaster. Are we going to try and get a ride on these rides? That's a point, folks. And again, I mean, we are going to go back to Svi for that beautiful, beautiful blue and pink neon atmosphere. That retro future. That is, you know... There's always someone that just outdoes themselves on lighting. And tonight that person has got to be Svi at the moment. Now back to Undead, because he's adding boosters. So I think it's reasonably settled that this is a floating island. Now that's just incredible. And sort of doing the full concrete thing. What a wonderful way to do things. What a wonderful, wonderful way of hiding the paths. Is that ring on the ground going to be used at all? Or was that just a template? Is that going to be removed? And I do like how only parts of that dome are covered. You know, it just adds a lot of interest to that structure. Those vehicles from Liverpool tyres are optional. Oh, Minxie. Oh, that's a bit too close to the bone. I'm not saying it's untrue, though. I would never say it's untrue. Oh, that's me getting close to the bone now. Right, and Svi with her hands on her head. Why have you got your hands on your head, Svi? What's going on? Liam saying they require breeze blocks. You say that, but you know someone to come along and nick. Anyway, how will people get on the dome? I don't know. We're going to ask Undead that. In fact, Luca, let's make sure to ask that question. If it's the apocalypse, no tires are Samus. And of course, yeah, let's have a look again. Looks like Cedar Point on Halloween. I presume you were on about Bob's part there. And yeah, I can well imagine I could make a pithy comment about American theme parks in general. But let's not do that. I don't want to be going around upsetting folk like that. So sort of coming back out, because we only have 6 minutes and 20 seconds left, folks. That's right, we are coming very, very close to the end of this Games in a Snap. And what do we have? Oh, Bob's going night mode. Right, let's have a look, because he has done lighting. Bob has put lighting in. So that'll be very interesting to see. And oh, that neon glow is very, very real. And real it is. So, we have. Thank you very much for the sticking the Discord link in chat there, all the men. Please do join. I do hope that we have that invite still works. If not, do let me know. I'm sure it will. Do you really have to vote? Oh, Minxie Rose, I think it'd be rather bad manners of you not to, wouldn't it? Let's face it. And we are coming up close to that 5-minute mark, folks. That's right. We are very close to having only 5 minutes left now. Precisely 5 minutes. And what's everyone going to do? Are they going to be doing just some cleanup? Are they going to be placing more things? We're getting more lights in from Bob, who's going at some speed now. Is that going to hurt him in the polls? Who knows? But they're definitely going in. We're definitely seeing attention paid to light. We've got the neon signs. The backstory to all of these are going to be astounding. We have Svi with what looks like very much a hyper-modern, futuristic take on the idea of working with nature and almost controlling nature, where we have Sirius Cow King almost sort of working with nature in a very different way, of humans kind of wanting to let nature take over a good amount. You can't believe they do all this in 2 hours. Do you know what, Sol and Bob? I struggle to believe that this is done at all, let alone in 2 hours. These are amazing, wonderful, wonderful builds that, you know, I mean, on their own stand amazingly. Aaron's voting for someone called Londo Spark, who I don't know who that might be. But I'm not playing. It is Svi, Bob Amates, Undead Clockwork Co, or Sirius Cow King, who we want to be voting for. And of course, I mean, they have all done such spectacular jobs, and they've still got 3.5 minutes left. And what's Sirius in? He's building things. Oh, does he know how close to time it is? Does he think he can get this built fast? Minxie Rose votes for chat. And it really is. It's amazing. Just every bit of this. Undead there sticking some lights up. So I think he heard someone mention it. Samus is voting for their wife. She bought you Starbucks. Well, that's as good a reason as any, I suspect. Bribing the voters is always going to help. And there's no rule against it. Maybe there should be. Who knows? But we've got Undead looking at night mode now. And do you know what, that mood lighting, does he really need to put more in? I don't know. He's got some wonderful, wonderful mood lighting on that ship. Or island, or Death Egg Star, whatever. Whatever that is, I cannot wait for that. Aaron, you say you already know who's getting your vote, but you know what? The showcase is those 5 minutes where each of our wonderful participants gets to explain what they're doing, gets to tell us all about their lore. You're he, him. Excellent, Samus. Just making sure. You already know who's getting you over, Aaron. Well, do you know what? In the showcases, that can all change. None of our participants have shown every bit of their parks. They might want to show better angles. They might want to convince you. Let them try. Because you know what? They have done an excellent, excellent job. Every one of them. And here we go. Sirius is sticking in. Well, putting in more. That does look like something potentially from Star Trek. Oh, it's something on legs. That's always dangerous when it's something on legs. 1.5 minutes, folks. 1.5 minutes, everyone. Oh, we've got Spee. We're looking at what looks like a beautiful amphitheatre of a park. We've got Bob just with a glorious, glorious apocalypse site. We've got Sirius with the nature takeover. We've got Undead with a floating extravaganza of a park. Hi there, Otherworld. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for that 7-month resubscription. Thank you very much, my friend. Welcome on in. You're gonna wait for the showcase and then force yourself to make the impossible choice. Cells and Wings. That sounds like a good time to me. Minxie Rose is gonna cry. Oh, don't cry. Just enjoy yourself. Bob, you've only got 30 odd seconds. What are you doing? Are you really? Bob is absolutely still building things for Zedland. I suspect that's going to be called. And we have 20 seconds to go there. Folks, we are down to 20 seconds. This is getting het up. I have my finger over the stop button ready. But wow, what fabulous builds. What amazing things. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is over. And yes, I have just spammed everyone's chat with stop building. Because that is what we need to do. I think everyone has stopped building. Well, before we go on our very quick break, wow. Just absolute wow. Rollerben, we're going to have a quick few minute break. Then we're going to come back and we will watch everyone's showcases. Yes, that's right. Everyone gets to showcase their park just after a quick sort of 5-minute break. And it will be a chat poll and you will know how to vote in it. We will tell you many, many times because we want everyone to vote in this. Anyway, let me broadcast. 5-minute break starting now. Please get drinks and set and whatnot. That sounds good. What a great competition. Yeah, I completely agree. Thank you for the raid early, Cockwaddle. What amazing, amazing builds we have. Right, I'm going to be gone for a few minutes as well. I need to re-energise my mug, re-energise my bottle, make sure that we are all ready for the showcases that are going to be in about 5 minutes. So thank you all very much, and I'll leave you with some game trailer for 5 minutes. Hello again, folks. Right, just before we start with the showcases, I just want to give a big, humongous thank you to all of our participants for taking part, and to all of our moderators, all of our staff for the hard work that they've put in, and of course to you, everyone, for being here and chatting on while we're refreshing all of the streams, because we don't want to be that far out of sync, and hopefully we're not out of sync too much anymore. So let me go and have a look at my little cheat one, just to make sure that we are as in sync as is reasonably possible. Unfortunately, no one's really moving, so that's making this kind of difficult. That works. So I think we're back in sync, and what we do now is, for those who aren't aware, we grab each participant in, we give them 5 minutes, that's all 5 minutes, and they get to talk to us about their park, they get to show us their parks, and they get to show us everything. And we will enjoy that, hopefully. I know for a fact that I will. And then we vote. So, I think what we have to do first is we say a hello to Svi. Hello, Svi.
Oh,
How are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did you enjoy the build?
I did. I really did get in a groove for a while. The middle part, until realized that 30 minutes was left, and yeah.
Yeah, that's a moment, of course. And before we sort of start with the showcase, what did you enjoy the experience, and would you take part again?
I think I would. I say this now that I'm done.
Well, I have to say, thank you very much. And let's stick you 5 minutes on the clock starting now. Please show us around your park.
All right. Well, welcome to Unitytopia, a garden in the desert. As you make your way to Unitytopia, you will walk a long way from the desert into this tunnel to eventually arrive at paradise, where you can join and be a member of this great community. Here at Unitytopia, it is definitely paradise with lush grass and sophisticated trees. You look around and truly you feel like you are in a real paradise. And you can join today with a very low fee of your worldly possession to keep continuing growing our mini park. So you ask, are there anything else than just gardens? Well, no. Follow me and I will show you what we have going around. But first, let me give you a view. Let me show you the view at nighttime. Look at all those sophisticated LEDs. It is beautiful during the day and also at night. Now, continuing, let's start the tour this way. Since you're already tired from walking through the desert, we will make you climb stairs to your main attractions. Oh yes, up here at the upper level, we have 5 rides, and they are also exciting. No roller coasters? Well, we don't want to scare you guys away. So, we have over here our first ride. It is very low for those who are faint of heart. But anyone seeking thrill, well, you can come here. We have the second ride, which have not been named, but this one is called Golden Eagle. Oh, it is still daytime, but let's see what this looks during the night. And yes, with the beautiful nighttime lighting, here is our main attraction, the Big Wheel. Because if you have not noticed, this entire park, when I get to it, are a bunch of circles mostly. So it is just natural that we themed everything around the circle for an infinite time. And might I add that you can join this community and be part of this paradise. Oh, we also have these 2 other rides which look a lot like the 2 previous rides. You can ride them all here when you join. And once that you have finished riding everything and you ask, is there anything else to do here? Well, of course. And now I will make you go down the stairs and we will walk further all the way to the other end of the park, where we have our lovely cafeteria filled and stocked with goods, drinks to refresh you finally. And you may ask, where will we live if we join this community? Well, let me show you. In in these futuristic houses. Don't they look great? They tower over everything. But we made sure that you can see over the wall. Although we will scare you about the dangers out there, there's actually nothing. And this is Unity-topia. Join today and admire the futuristic views. And that is my park.
Well, thank you very much. I've got a couple of questions that I'd like to ask on that as well.
All right.
The rings around the trees, have you got any lore for those?
Those are contemporary art.
Art
Kind of
art
put together
installations.
from, installations. Just to make everything even more futuristic looking.
Yeah, very much so. And Death Fears None suggests that your tour guide voice should be a Points Redemption on your stream. Cotwaddle's mentioning a flight attendant from the future. Do you know what? That's yeah. Well, thank you ever so much for that wonderful showcase. The 5 minutes are just about up. Are there any other questions from chat? You're getting a lot of positive, very, very, very complimentary things said, and with good reason. So I think what we'll do now is say thank you ever so much for showing us that, Svi.
Thank you.
We'll go and chat to everyone else.
Right.
So that was Svi, everybody. Now, don't forget, we won't be... we don't open up polling until everyone has had a chance to show their parks. Hi there, Minnie Heather. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for that follow, Rare Helium, as well. And now, let's go and let's have a little chat with, once again, Undead. Hi there, Undead. How are you doing?
I'm fine if I can turn the audio off on your actual channel, because I just decided I wanted to see what was going on. Hope you don't mind. Right.
Oh, no, not at all.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Back in the 1800s, during the French
we're going
Expo.
straight in, are we?
Oh, we are.
No,
I'm going to try. Sorry, I thought that's what you wanted.
I'm going to start your timing out then.
Oh, gosh. Back in the 1800s, during the French Expo, John Bartholomew Thistlebottom, Sr., found something that he thought was absolutely wonderful. So he made a purchase, and from then on, he decided that he was going to take this around the country, around the UK, to entertain people, as it were. As he progressed and as time developed during the 60s, he handed it on to his, it was handed down through the family. So JBT III, John Bartholomew Thistlebottom III, had a wonderful travelling carnival. Now, as this went on, during the early 20th century, trauma hit and a disease virtually wiped out the world. And businesses fell around all over the place. And going on about 800 years, traveling, all the planet was dying and everything else. 800 years on, the ancestor, or one of the John Bartholomew's, the 64th, found that he had found some documents with regards to his family, and decided that he was going to start his travelling fair or carnival again and take it around the outposts in the world, in the universe, to entertain. So from here, he made the Mars Park 1. And as you can see, the guests are entering the teleporter to go up to the park. The park travels around. It is a giant biome of all effect that brings the guests into the park via the teleporter. So they actually go in and out through here. and they go back down to their underground caves where they have no life. But he decided that he was going to rebuild some of the rides that his ancestors put into place to entertain and excite people. Now, you do have to excuse me because all of these are still they are in test mode. I meant to switch them over. But as you can see, they come out onto this giant platform under the biome of the world that he is visiting. This particular planet is quite barren. And the guests are going around enjoying their rides from back in the day, from the great carousel that John Bartholomew Littlebottom II actually decided to bring to the travelling carnival, right up to the last one before the disease hit, the dreaded COVID. That COVID-23 was almost the one that took out the planet. And they decided that the human race left the planet to repopulate the universe. And basically, Earth is now a giant dumping ground. It's where all the rubbish is taken. As you can see, as we go down onto the park, I will open up some more of these. I really should.
Yeah, you've got just over a minute left.
Just over a minute left. Well, he brought some arcade machines in that you can see that there are quite a few guests using. This is sort of to the retro room from the late 19th century. The guests go through and enjoy themselves, and they have giant vistas under the dome. And at night, it's very subdued lighting, but they certainly get a feel for all the rides. He wanted rides that made people feel slightly icky and sick, because everybody is used to space travel, so they needed something slightly different. That's about it. This is my park.
I have to say, the reaction in chat has been fantastic. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful, wonderful park. The one question I was going to ask you answered straight away, which was how the devil do people get in here? But teleportation fixes that. Yeah, teleportation is the answer.
There's a pod. Every planet, every inhabitable planet has one of these. And spaceships don't the ships don't tend to land. They just sort of hover above. So
So much like cruise liners, they send a tug out. Same kind of concept.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's sort of the electrical static that bringing one of these biomes into the atmosphere can cause. And as he is a travelling carnival, you can see that it's a little bit janky. It's not quite up to sort of how you would expect a normal biome of this time period to be. He's cobbled together what he can to get his business going. And literally just going around entertaining all the locals on the planet.
Well, that is a
I'm not going to give this. I don't particularly want to give the secret away as to how they teleport. But yes, the guests are coming up and down in between the park and the ground.
Yes, I was going to say that it looks like they actually are the same guests as well. But I don't want any answers to that because that's just too cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you.
I mean, I will. I mean, if chat wants to know, then I will tell them. But I
tell you what we'll do is we'll ask chat that question, and then when we all meet up at the end, if chat wants to know,
if anyone in chat can work it out, I mean, it's quite simple. It's a simple concept, but it was a little bit stressful to implement right at the
Yeah.
beginning.
I can well imagine. Well, thank you ever so much. What a fantastic build. This
Thank you.
was Undead Clockworks Co. Undead, you'll find him
I
on
don't build
Twitch.
parks, by the way. I don't build parks, by the way.
I think you've just proven that wrong. I think you've just proven that you do.
Oh,
Or you at least build
it's been a
park.
nightmare. Yes.
Would you do it again?
I had to. Would I do it again? I'd have to think about it. I mean, I'm usually quite a slow builder. My last build before this was 200 hours for a single building showcase
Well,
piece.
This is definitely a bit quicker than that.
Yes.
Oh, a lot quicker.
And having to restart the map because of technical issues was quite something.
Yes,
But yeah,
that was
I'm
rather
quite.
nice.
I am quite. I'm happy with the biome. I'm happy with the way it looks,
Thank you very much for that, and we will.
and it is
see you-
structurally sound.
Yes, I can see. I can definitely see that. All right, well, we'll chat to you again later. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And that, folks, was Undead Clockworks Co. You can find him on Twitch at twitch.tv/Undead Clockworks Co. As everyone here is on Twitch. Thank you very much for that follow, Builder Time. Sorry I didn't get to you straight away, but yeah, no, we were in a showcase. So what we're going to do now is move briskly on, and on briskly we will move towards saying a quick hello to Bob Mateys. Hello there, Bob.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm. After watching the other two, their parks are absolutely amazing.
Oh, I don't know how people are going to vote.
Awesome. I just can't believe how amazing those things are. Brilliant.
Oh, tell me about it. Well, have you enjoyed taking part on this occasion?
I really have. I really have enjoyed it. It has been, I really have enjoyed it. At times I thought, I'm going to try and squeeze all this in, but yeah, I really have enjoyed it. It has been amazing.
I'm glad to see that you managed to sort of do this one without major technical hitches as well. That must make things more fun. Right. Well, you know the drill. I stick 5 minutes on the clock, and you get to showcase your park to this wonderful audience. So your time starts about, let's say, now.
Okie doke. So this is, which I named like 10 seconds before it was finished, Zealand. Entrance, as we come into, you'll notice that everywhere is under a zombie apocalypse. Cars are just abandoned. And skyscrapers are all lit up. Lots of people in here, wow. So I took my time trying to make the buildings as quick as I could. If I did have all the time in the world, they would have a hell of a lot more detail than I have done. But I've gone for keeping them futuristic, simple.
Call it a stylistic choice. I'm sure chat will be fine with that.
Yeah, bearing with time I did the best with the time that I had. So we've had a few rides which we've added in, along with the roller coaster. It's just carnage everywhere, really. The neon signs, it look great at night. I'll do a night shot in a sec. And yeah, our Easter egg is just over here. Anyone can tell me what that reference is for?
Well, I'll admit I can't.
No?
No, I am not that culture. What's it? Silent Bob, I think, has the answer though.
He does. He really does. He does.
I have not. I will own
yeah.
up to. I have never seen it.
Really? Oh wow.
Really,
Well,
I have not.
I'd recommend it. You'll probably hate it now, but when it was.
I'll watch it as if it was. I'll watch it as if I'm watching it in like the 80s and 90s. It's fine.
Yeah, it is an absolute cracker, and they did make another one after, which was quite cool. I thought it was good anyway. Yeah, should we have a little go? Right, should we change it to night?
I would love to see that, and I think everyone else would as well. Yeah, getting certainly a lot of positive feedback. Yeah, everyone else got me. Everyone else got it as the arcade intron. I didn't. I don't know. I know very little. Well, I'm seeing a lot of beautiful lights here.
Yeah, I've tried to go with like neon streets, so it's all lit up, and a few bins which are all on fire. You know, a zombie here and there. I'm trying to go for as realistic apocalypse as I can.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm seeing fire. I'm seeing burnt out cars. I'm seeing safety barriers. That all seems pretty. I mean, we've got a comment in chat. Very Left 4 Dead.
Very Left 4 Dead. Yeah, that's trying to speed this up.
Oh, roller coaster.
It is. Right. I'll speed this part up. So hopefully, I've never been on this. Oh wow! I'm just noticing test rating. I've only tested this once.
Oh, and you got the 3 greens.
That's tasty.
Good going. That is tasty.
I literally made it and then just smoothed it out. I'd one go, and that was it.
Excellent. You've got to be happy with that. Certainly, we're seeing in chat people are reacting very positively to that.
Oh, yeah, I'm made up with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, we're getting people commenting on how smooth it is, how much of a nice near miss you've got with that flat ride. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think you've definitely impressed chat there.
Well,
and just a reminder, we didn't allow any blueprints at all. None of this is blueprinted.
No,
none of anyone's parks is blueprinted.
Well, I really got to thank you very much for letting me take part and show people how it's done on console. Appreciate it.
Well, that was magnificent. Thank you very much for that showcase.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
And we'll chat to you, no doubt, later on in not very, very long. So that was, hang on, turning batteries room. That was Barbum80s. Thank you very much. That showcase, and then that leaves us with only one left, Sirius Cow King, who I'm not sure where he is. He's moved to AFK. Well, I'm going to move him back. Hello, Sirius. How you doing?
Moo! I'm doing good.
Moo! There we are. We got a moo.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
That was good to hear. And we're getting moos in chat as well. You are getting mooed at repeatedly.
Yeah, that's...
Excellent.
Alright. So are we ready for the timer and everything?
Right, well, before we do, did you enjoy taking part?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's great.
I have sort of this ability to micromanage my time as I'm doing it. It's sort of like it just goes naturally. So for me, these competitions are actually very relaxed and just fun.
That's excellent. Sorry, I'm just getting some... Oh, I understand
no
that.
problem.
No
problem.
Sorry about that, yeah. I think Minxie made a good call there. Right, are you ready for your 5-minute showcase?
Yes.
Right, let's start your time about, let's say now.
Okay, so this is the lake outpost. Something very important about this is that this is a future where people actually, like, reason took over. People understand that war is wrong and pointless, really, and people respect nature. So this was a military outpost built near the end of all the war nonsense and everything. It was sort of built in case, even if you don't have any wars, you still need to have a military in case of a disaster or something. So you have this small outpost, but it has never seen a single fight, so it got turned into a museum. And recently, that museum manager decided, you know what, let's make a park out of it. So there's not a lot of rides because of that, but there will be in the future of this future. So yeah, little turret here at the entrance, reminding you that this is still a military outpost. It is obviously built around a lake, as you can tell. That lake here actually has a double purpose. So this is a it's not, I wouldn't say a radar. I would say more of a detector, maybe. Like just being able to see ships in space, and it's using the shape of the island, of the lake itself, to it's the natural shape and everything. By the way, these lights, let me show you at night, because ooh yeah, there's a little empty spot here on the left side. That's because there's the one ship of the, I mean, even if it's not a functional military base anymore, there's one ship there. It needs to be a clear pathway. That's why there's no bench or anything in case of need of use right there. So let me just show you quickly. I really like this lighting, by the way. I didn't even turn it to nighttime as I was building, so it's pretty cool. Over here we have sort of a retro ride. Let me put it back to daytime so we can see easier. Of course, fully decorated. The decoration was the park manager's choice. It's not mine. Just saying. All right, it's not my choice. Okay. But yeah, let's go on the other side. It's more interesting because over there, I mean, we have the ship, but that's basically it. You can always just go back to it. It's a circular path. This thing, did you know you can make your own ride sequences, by the way? So this is a custom ride sequence, just saying. And I
That
really
is
like
excellent.
how, yeah,
Yeah.
it actually reduced the stats, but I didn't really care.
Stats,
'Cause I-
schmats. I mean, who cares
Exactly.
about the guests? Who cares about the
Right?
guests? I do
No,
notice that it's a very heavily skinned ride. I care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean this thing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I chose a little bit of these rides because it's easy to team. So over here we got the Refresh Moo power generator. If you need some Refresh Moos, just saying. There's the Moose Friet and the Peep Shop Moody's. It's
Excellent.
also,
I mean, I always need refresh moves.
yeah, exactly. It's obviously also the power generator of this place. I really like it at night. It's so cool. And this is the second detection system in case the big one in the lake is being damaged or something. But yeah, it is the orbital toilet defense.
Sorry to
What?
sort of quickly jump in. You've only got about 30 seconds left. And I do
Oh,
know that you have a coaster that people will want to ride.
Okay. Well, then let's just skip to the roller coaster. Yeah, my bad. I kind of. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll make sure that we definitely make sure we'll ride the coaster. I'm not going to cut you off during that ride, but I don't want to give like way more time than anyone
Yeah,
else.
that's my bad. I
No,
tend
it's
to be
all
a bit
good.
slow.
It's all good. I mean, the amount of detail there. No wonder you want to, talk about it for hours. I mean, remember, please keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times, if you can manage that on a wing coaster.
Yeah, I built this from scratch, obviously.
Yeah, again, no blueprints allowed, so none of this was done with any blueprints at all. Nobody used any blueprints. I was watching, so we did make sure.
And yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
good stats also, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not a real coaster, right?
Well, I mean, there's been discussion in chat as to whether to trust the in-game stats or given that the in-game
Yes.
stats drop when you have proper block sections.
That's
Are the in-game stats actually that reliable? But I mean, congratulations, as Cotwaddle puts in chat, all greens. We have again huge amount of positive feedback in chat. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's loving the orbital toilet defense.
Yes.
Which I am as well. Let's be honest. I'm not going to deny that I'm enjoying that one as well. So yeah. Thank you very much, and we will. I will let you go back to your room for a moment whilst we deliberate and do a voting. So thank you very much. Please stick around, and we will chat to you reasonably soon. Well, I mean, I am so glad I'm just an idiot with a microphone here. I am so glad about that. Thank you very much for the follow, Debstar. Welcome on in. But now I have to make a poll up, and let's suggest that the question is winner. Fee, Undead. I'm not typing full names necessarily. Bob, 80s, and Silly as Cow King. And we're not allowing additional votes. We're having... Do you know what? I'm going to give you all 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes starting now to vote on who you think should win this. Let's go to them all. So, /vote 1 will give you Svi. /vote 2 will give you Undead. /vote 3 will give you Bob-O-Mateys. And /vote 4 will give you Sirius Cow King. So if you can't see the... If you can't see the polls, you can use /vote 1 for Svi, /vote 2 for Undead, /vote 3 for Bob, or /vote 4 for Sirius. Or use the poll UI if you can see it. Well, this is close. This is incredibly close, actually. Yeah, I mean, some tough choices. We have the lights of Svi, with the wonderful Utopia area, with the full tour guide, which always helps. No, Aaron, no second votes, please. Even if you could, don't. 1 vote per human. How do you vote? There should either be a polling UI, Death Fears None, or in chat, /vote space 1 for Svi, /vote space 2 for Undead, /vote 3 for Bob, or /vote 4 for Sirius. Oh gosh, it's so hard. They're all great. You like voting for the idea you like too much. Refresh as well, says Minxie Rose. Yep, that might help. Absolute nail biter here. There is no poll, so it is /vote 1 in chat. For those who don't have the poll, in chat, /vote space the number 1 for Svi, the number 2 for Undead, the number 3 for Bob, or the number 4 for Sirius. Hang on. /vote. Yeah, so if you start typing /vote, it will come up with the vote. But yeah, /vote 1, /vote 2. You need to put a space between vote and the number. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. And 1 is Svi, 2 is Undead, 3 is Barbon 80s, 4 is Sirius Cow King. And Mikey, I agree, this has been so close. This is so close. How anyone votes on this, I don't know, but of course, that's on you. I mean, even the screenshots that we're seeing right now are fantastic. We're getting hot lore, we're getting amazing quality builds. Remember, everyone, these were all done with no blueprints in 2 hours. And I think that every one of these could so easily have won. Like, the voting spread, I'm kind of surprised at, to be fair. But you know what? I mean, yeah, these are incredible. I think we have just upped the quality here. And remember, 3 of these humans are completely new to Games in a Snap. We have, and Bob has only taken part once before. And none of these builders are known for being fast builders. This is not a competition tonight. Remember this. These are not seasoned speed builders. These are people who pour hours and hours into a single building, who've come up with such majesty, such majestic, wonderful, incredible builds towards it within 2 hours. So, I mean, everyone did such an amazing, stunning job. Yeah, I mean, I can spend 3 hours placing a single rock as well. I understand this. I don't particularly do fast builds. But, I mean, could I do anything of this quality at all? Probably not. That's why I'm the idiot with the microphone. Yeah, I mean, as deathly as not, you've been working on a ride since October. Absolutely believable. I know someone who's got like over 5 years in a single park. And talking about single, we do have a single winner, folks. I believe, and we do. And what I will say is, we will go across, we will grab her, and we'll say congratulations, Fee.
No.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You have won. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow. Thank you. I didn't think I would win.
Well, it seems, I mean, chat has decreed that you were the winner. Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone who voted. Oh, my gosh.
So,
I was very concerned at not having a coaster in my park.
There are many theme parks that don't have coasters. Apparently, that's not as important as people would think.
Wow, what an honor. Oh my gosh.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
Along with that, that does mean that you are automatically invited back for next time to defend your title.
Oh no, I get to go through this again.
Well,
I might not be as nervous next time. This was a first for me, so did not know what to expect. But...
Very much so.
Yeah.
You never know what to expect. Right,
Yeah.
Well, I think, shall we bring in our fellow participants into this into the chat so we can all have a quick chat? I think we shall.
Okay.
So, right, just doing that quickly, so other people are going to be hearing voices. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, what a close one that was.
Congratulations, Svi.
And
thank
yeah,
you.
congratulations to Svi, who is our winner
It
tonight.
looks absolutely amazing. It really
GG.
does.
Thank you.
I think
Lovely lighting package you've got there.
Yeah,
I want to move there.
that's what I was gonna say. I think the lights really did the trick there.
Thanks. Yeah. I have a big ease with colors. Let's just say, so I have an advantage there.
You've
Yeah,
made it
you
look
do.
absolutely amazing. It is
Well-
really breathtaking.
Can I just
Thank
say
you.
congratulations, everyone. You all did an absolutely stunning job. What a way to kick off the year, eh? What a way to do it. Also, Minxie Rose would like me to give her thanks especially for, making,
I only had 2
making all
days'
the pain,
notice.
making all the pain and heartache worth it. Yeah, we know. And seeing as you're here, I've been teasing an announcement with chat. So for all of chat who are here, the announcement is that we will be having a Planet Coaster and a Snap in February. The date is yet to be decided. Please register, because if you register and tell us when you're available in February, we'll work out a Saturday. And I'll even give you the theme right now is going to be mythology.
Oh.
So the theme for February's Planet Coaster in a Snap is going to be mythology.
Could you do 2 hours for mythology?
Cockwaddle straight in there. Oh yeah,
Oh
see it.
yes, I saw that. He's an eager boy.
Svi, are you going to be coming back to try to retain the title?
I think I will probably relax more next time.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I mean, everyone, thank you all very much. That was close. The voting was pretty close. The builds were incredibly close. The lore was hot. That has to
My
be up
brain
there.
went blank as I started going on my lore and didn't write it down. I actually spoke the lore really quite well at the beginning, just after you interviewed me the first time. And I thought, yeah, I've got it. It's straight on. It's on pat. Everything's right and everything in place. And then as soon as he goes, hello, and I'm like, brain fog.
Yeah, every time. Every single time. That does it all.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Loki Sour, for the follow. Thank you very much to all of our amazing participants. You all did. I can't tell you how amazed I am that you built these parks at all, let alone in 2 hours. That's just amazing. Amazing work on it.
You've all
Everyone's
made
part.
absolutely brilliant builds.
Oh yeah.
Really, really good stuff.
Would you please all stick as many screenshots as you can in the participant screenshots in the Discord? Literally, with these parks, just spam the living daylights out of that channel.
One question. Did anybody in chat work out the teleporter?
I don't think anyone has stated how it was done.
I'm on console, so I'm clueless.
Oh,
well, as you can see, there's an...
Go on. Sorry. Let's go.
No, it's all right. Oh, you're in watching. Oh, blimey! Right, okay.
Oh yeah.
So as you can see, I really should have got a janitor.
Model's just saying it's 2 guest spawns edited in scenario editor.
You're correct.
Cool.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It's 2 parks. There are 2 parks because obviously
Yes.
you need guests to actually spawn to go into the park. So in this hill, there is actually there is something in there.
Little gateway.
I can't. It is. So
it was.
I can't even get the cameras right. Oh, that's because I've got the wrong buttons pressed. Right. So yeah. No. Because I saved the park. So in here, there's actually something for them to go to. So all the guests are actually going in. Let's put the light on. So yeah, they're actually going in. Believe it or not, just to a vendor.
Yeah.
Wow.
They go in and then they leave. They obviously leave the park. But on here, if I can get in, there is obviously another spawn point where they teleport in. So yes, you are right, Henry Cockers. You did work it out, but I thought for a visual effect for the storyline of John Bartholomew's Fiddlebottom the 64th and his janky travelling carnival, interplanetary travelling carnival, it worked.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
clever.
think it was
Although, I mean,
I think it was
Cockwaddle is claiming to be a genius here, and I think that's overstating it a little. I'll call you out on that one. I have no problem doing that. So, right, thank you all very much. We have that riddle solved. We know what's happening next month. We're not entirely sure when. Keep an eye on the Discord. Everyone's agreed that they're going to spam these pictures in. And does anyone mind if we hand those pictures over to our Instagram human, who can then sort of Instagram out, look at what some really impressive people can do in 2 hours, and we'll try and promote everyone through that.
We don't mind at all.
Sure.
One human has a question. Death fears none. Go on. Be a good one now.
Great question.
Go
Yeah.
on. Be a good question.
Suspense is killing me.
Oh yeah, it's killing me as well. Mythology, is game lore included, or is it real life based myths? I'm gonna say the theme is mythology. How you interpret it is up to you. How chat interprets it is up to them.
As we interpreted the future.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Jason and the Argonauts or something like that.
I'm giving absolutely nothing away more than mythology. I don't want to constrain people too much. Right, well, with that, I think thank you all very much. Thank you all. Thank you to participants. Thank you very much to the mods and the staff. Thank you very much to everyone watching. Every one of you made this happen. Gave us a great, wonderful event. And with that, I'm going to probably say goodnight, and we're going to go and raid Svi. So,
SV, congratulations again.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely incredible
Guys.
work. Well done.
Nice game.
Well done, P.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
very, very well done. If everyone can please hang
Well
around
deserved.
for the raid and give your congratulations to all 4 of our amazing participants. It would be wonderful. Thank you very much. And with that, I will start typing the raid out, because I should have done that a second ago, really, shouldn't I? Because I need to learn to count. Yeah, I got it
Oh, my
right.
God. I don't think I'm ready for everyone.
Oh, they're lovely. It's all wonderful. It's all wonderful humans coming to visit you and support you, Sphere.
Yeah.
Right, thank you all very much, everyone, and good night.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Well done again for Svi.
Well done, Spig.